It's going down like this, motherfucker.
This shit is crazy. The following.
Nigga get mad. Say, motherfucker, what you mean you ain't gonna let me in this funky joint? Much money I done spent in here, nigga. I knew your mama when she was hoeing. Hump, baby. Shit, bet I do it over time. Fade that nigga. Shit. Bet the ball. Off time. Shit, boy, I'm trying to make me some money. Boy, I'm hungry as a hog needs slop Jesus. Shit, gotta be a Jesus, cause too many black folks.
For what he has, he says that the only way that we can solve our problem is to unite together among ourselves, among our own kind, clean ourselves up, rid ourselves of the evils that we've become addicted to here in this society, and try and
This ain't loud enough. I'm still trying. This ain't loud enough. I'm still trying.
I just left a light in this bitch. I'm finna hit the shop in this shit.
Hey, where are the white women at?
I'm trying to told you just with her man.
Hey, where are the white women at?
I'm trying to told you just with her man. No, her mind is fucked. God damn it, shit. Her mind is fucked. What up?
Yeah, well, gotta get a piece of mind. A little like magic. A little like magic.
Joe V. He looked down, seen her feet. The nigga went berserk, killed the monkey, threw the bat out the window, start kicking that bitch in the air.
Say anyway, but I will. The way quantum entanglement works is that you can take two particles, quantum entangle them, and then take those two particles and move them at any distance in the cosmos. And let's just say, for example, if you quantum entangle two electrons and you have them spinning in the same direction, and then you take one of those electrons and you shoot that thing out 100,000 light years from the original. If you then rotate the spin on the one electron, if you modify it so that its spin changes, the quantum entangled electron at any distance will simultaneously in no time switch its rotation also, because they're quantum entangled. So these communication systems are taking advantage of this aspect of quantum mechanics that most people can't wrap their heads around, and this is what they're utilizing. It's just the new level of science that affords us the ability to communicate at any distance instantaneously.
You don't understand. It's cool enough just being cool, like I am.
Group of you together, you never can tell who's who. I've seen a lot of black guys, Nipsey, but you're overdoing it.
Plus, I'm in love with a bitch I can't stand.
I mean, TikTok. A lot of the white content creators on TikTok get all of their dances from the black content creators.
You're a philosopher? Yes. You're a philosopher? You're a philosopher? Yes. I think very deeply.
Dance with me. Dance with me.
Damn white boys out there. Most of them is psychopaths and all that. They'll kill your mama's mama, and you.
Decent white folk that still don't know they're racist. What the hell you want here, hunky? Don't know me, want it.
I don't mean to be out of line. Mean to be rude. Mean to be rude. Mean to be rude. Mean to be rude. Mean to be rude.
What's all that noise? What's all that noise? Oh, that's just Daddy.
Your lines are still open. Oh shit, you can get it, nigga. You wanna get it?
Get your hands off of me, shit!
The Chinese platform, you already know they don't give a fuck about your black ass. The Chinese platform, the Chinese platform, you already know they don't give a fuck about your black ass. And they,
I think we OD. I think we OD.
My word, can't be my equal, don't know what you heard.
That's the difference when you're my baby. That's how it is when you.
Used to snort cocaine, now I fiend for the check, yeah.
Baby, I'm a walking dead man, is what they call me when I come. I hit the loot juice, and pulls up in the dude. Baby, I'm a walking dead man, is what they call me when I come in. I hit the loot juice, and pulls up in the deuce. Baby, I'm a walking dead man. Baby, I'm a walking dead man, is what they call me when I come in.
I guess you go to the history of European civilizations. 250 years is how long they last before they implode because of their greed, because of their violence, because of an inability to let others be, including themselves. If they didn't have brown and black people to hate, they would hate themselves.
Nigga. Yeah. Nigga. Nigga.
Do that dance, baby, do that. Do that dance, baby, do that.
Lean and walk, lean, walk, lean, walk.
To the east. Greetings. This is Big Pontiac, and welcome to the Chocolate Mountain Show. I am the holder of the infinite sacred ball game that was created by the Hero Twins, and I am that one and only galactic daddy-o welcoming each and every one of you to my galactic patio that reaches from Minnesota to the universe. Well, I guess that is my cue to say what's happening, and good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming into the Chocolate Mountain Show, and we always start the Chocolate Mountain Show with a toast. Parliament Funkadelic used to call it a toast to the booty. So, you know, this is my second one of the day, so I'm not going at it too hard, but we have Great Lakes Elliott Nest on deck. So pop them if you got them. And, you know, one of my special glasses that I took to commemorate my 62nd surprise birthday party. We've got Day Block. And, you know, sadly, a lot of breweries around here have been closing. I've been seeing around the country, too. And I mean, we really have a chance where we have good beer, but all of a sudden, you know, a lot of people that make the good beer just can't compete. Because so many people like really bad beer. I mean, that's the norm. The norm is to really like just low taste Pilsner beers. That's kind of the American way. So, support your local brewery. And of course, I will definitely share that I'm on the herb banana gummies, gummied up all day. So, yeah. And what? Tomorrow's the big race, right? Yeah, tomorrow's the big race. Or was the race today? I missed it. The race must have been today. I forgot about the Indianapolis 500. So, what's happening? PJ Allen, my main man. My main man from Uncle, like a secret agent. Secret agent man. PJ Allen, what's happening? And thank you for joining. I want to say James Gant, what's happening? Thank you for joining. Herm P, thank you. Oh, Dr. Sinister, what's happening? What's happening?
My bitches. You saying you can't control your bitches? What?
Abaru L Reborn, Amaroon Khan, what's happening? Judah, thank you for coming. And Royal Bell, what is going on? Or is the race tomorrow? I think I missed the Indianapolis 500 today. I think it was today. And you know, my wife has a touch of flu, so you know, we've been kind of you know, like my daughter left early. She had to go have some fun with some friends. Now, is this today? Huh. Is this today? I thought this cat. I guess this is new. I don't know if y'all and the significance of this. They say that Lefty Drizel has died today. That is interesting. During a basketball event weekend, but Lefty Drizel was 92. Drizel played basketball at Duke. So he hooped at Duke, graduated 54, 3 years before it was the ACC. He started his college coaching career at Davidson, where he got the Southern Conference team into the top 10. In 1969, Wolfville, Maryland came calling, and he accepted the challenge to take a overlooked program into the UCLA of the East. He got what's his name, Lynn Elmore. Lynn Elmore was the pick that took him over. I'm pretty sure it was Lynn Elmore. But he turned the ACC into a national powerhouse. The battles between the Terrapins State were legendary. Terps were still consistently good and always a tough out, and his insane energy, their significance among the Herman Veal mess. Veal was accused of today what would be called sexual assault. Then it was called something like unwanted advances. Drizel accused of pressuring Veal's alleged victim to drop the whole thing. He was investigating, and eventually the whole thing kind of faded away. Wow. Veal's reception in Cameron, which was a turning point for the Cameron craze, ironically helped to create sympathy for Veal. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And the most devastating thing to happen under Lefty Drizel was the most devastating event in the history of the ACC was the death of Len Bias, because remember, Len Bias died on campus. He OD'd on campus in his dorm room. Died of a cocaine overdose the night drafted, not the night, he was a couple days. He died a couple days after being drafted. They didn't come out, and he was forced out as coach. After a couple years, he returned to coaching to James Madison, where he was again successful. Finished at Georgia State in 41 years. He only had 2 losing seasons. There's almost too many interesting lefty angles to get into. There was the Moses Malone recruitment. They gave Moses 2 cars. He gave Moses Malone 2 LTDs. There's a picture of it in Sports Illustrated. The rather intense rivalry with Dean Smith. Oh, this guy, he coached against Michael Jordan. About 10 children. When he his heroic action when he rescued 10 children from a burning house. His amazing accent that completely obscured the fact that his father was a German immigrant. There was a hilarious relationship he had with the Cameron Crazies. It's more one-sided, but still fun. They used to wear a ball head mask. And I think Cameron, they're talking about Duke. He provoked people. He had fun. Yeah. His first great recruit was Lynn Elmore. And I think they might have won. But think of this team. If you guys aren't basketball heads, this might go over your head a little bit. But when Len Bias was a freshman, they had Albert King, but Buck Williams. I can't remember the Graham boy's name. And the guards kind of slipped me. But they had Albert King and Buck Williams. He was 6th man on that team. He didn't start. But yeah, it was Albert King and Buck Williams. And then there was one of the Grahams, because I've said it before, the other Graham went to A&T. Played basketball. Probably one of the greatest teams. They won the ACC, I think, when Lynn was a freshman, and I think he was the player of the tournament in the ACC as a freshman. Albert King, like Albert was. It's hard to believe when you look back. The history of basketball. It's hard to believe that Albert King and Eugene Banks were higher recruits than Magic. UCLA didn't even look at Magic, offer him a thing. And, of course, Duke didn't either. Remember what Jalen Rose said. CJ Allen, CWE, what is happening? Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. And, Adrian Branch, another guy that was a local D.C. guy that I actually saw play in the championship game in high school. Just happened to go that weekend and got to see Adrian Branch. It was a dude named Anthony Jones. So... wow. And looks like Ryan Clark might be out of ESPN. Looks like his contract expired. Look like he might be out at ESPN. His contract has expired and they haven't renewed it already. So is officially a free agent. After working with Network for over 9 years, it has expired. And the Network disagreed on what he felt he was worth for a new contract, but he was okay. So he's kind of walking away. Ex-player kind of walking away from the NFL. And I thought he was kind of a company man, too. I really did. I thought he was a company man. I might practice some tennis tomorrow. Oh, if it's nice enough. I saw, like, last year, I knew I should have bought more tennis balls for my daughter. And this year, it's a lot. I can get, like, 50, 60 tennis balls for $25. So I'm definitely going to do that because I'm going to play a lot. This coming summer, I'm going to play a lot of pickleball and tennis. I'm going to do a little bit of both. And so, really try to get in good shape. Hey, James Gant, thank you. Let's see if I can find that. Now, there's this person that I've never heard of past today, Grammy Award-winning. I've never heard of this person. Grammy Award-winning Randy Sparks, New Christy Minstrels founder. I have no idea what that is. He won a Grammy, though. He was 90, though, so his son was probably older than me. And the Sparks was living on his 168-acre ranch. So he did well. Until a few days before. So he had a compound. He's an American music songwriter, founder of the group New Christy Minstrels. Wow. 61, known for his vocal. Oh, he played the harmonica. Okay. Eve of Destruction. Wait. Under Sparks' leadership, the New Christy Minstrel achieved commercial success with Green Onion. Okay. Green Onion, which Sparks wrote with future Eve of Destruction singer Today in Denver. Drupal won Best Performance by a Chorus, presenting the New Christy, blah, blah, blah. Sparks sold his interest, New Christy's, for $2.5 million in the mid-60s. Wow. $2.5 million in the 60s. Like 65, 66, he got 2.5. And back then, damn, that shit was taxed. Out of 2.5, man, he probably got about 1.2, 1.3. High taxes back then. So okay. I ain't know who this cat was. I never heard of this cat before, but somebody heard of him. What he say? We've got joy, we've got fun, we've got seasons in the sun. He say, now you said a gospel singer. Okay, let's see if we'll find it. If it'll come on. I'm going down, down, down. So get on up, so get on up now. Get on up, so get on up. Don't. Let me see. Oh, this cat just did the fight. He retired. This cat did the fight. This referee Kenny Bayless retires after 32 years. He's the one where, he be into the fights. See if they got a picture of this dude. He be like, man, he be looking at you like, man, what is he doing? Lasted over 3 decades. Bayless was tasked assignment many of boxing biggest fights. Mega fight against Maggie Pacquiao, Antonio Jones, and Taver. He's known, yeah. Manuel stunning knockout over Pacquiao during the first final fight. Bayless ever made his way big screen and cameos both 2, Creed, and 3. But he's hoping to have more speaking opportunities and staying involved in boxing. He said he has a book. I don't think nobody want to read his books. I've done some of the biggest fights. I've had a very successful career looking for new faces, new opportunities. I've been involved with a producer along with a couple other referees. The name of the show is Official Call. It isn't out yet. Why are you talking about it then? Okay, so that's what's in the bag. He's going to try to podcast. Ring 32 years, using my little jittery, which blah blah. His longevity, it would be 30 years when I appointed in Nevada. I was 41 years old. He was the commissioner at 41. I thought I was old then. The idea it could last this long. Wow. I didn't know he was the commissioner. Wow. So interesting. Let me see. He said a gospel singer. Not her. Okay, let's do another search. You got a good taste. Indeed. The dunk contest. That first dunk McCurdy did, that was the best dunk of the night. That first dunk he did, that was the best dunk. That was by far the best dunk. Shit, he grabbed that shit and then let it go. The first time he did it, that dude kind of threw it up. When the dunk he missed, he kind of threw it up to himself. I don't know if y'all peeped that. The first time he kind of threw it up. And so the second time he just kind of let his hands go. But the first time he kind of tossed it a little bit to himself. And then he just transferred. But that first dunk, he took his hands off, re-grabbed it, and then dunked that shit. That was the best dunk. That dunk was better than the Shaq dunk. Brown's dunk, none of his dunks was really exciting. But McCarty's first dunk, that I've never seen anything like that. He took the ball from somebody and then let it go, and then re-grabbed it, and boom. That shit was sweet. That shit over Shaq. I mean, this mug, he must be 49-50 just straight up. I mean, he ain't push off on Shaq or nothing. He just went little momentum. He just went up. His head was like equal to the rim. Cleared Shaq and dunked it backwards. It had some corny shit, Dude coming out wearing Dominique's jersey was stale. That dunk contest will never be the same. I woke up to the last one. I'll say it was entertaining. I liked it was only 4 people. I liked that they only got a couple tries. And then the rest of the event, it was kind of a homer. None of them really shot the ball. I really thought, now, I know, like, when you do the 3-on-3 contest, with the young lady and Steph, I thought it should have been, like, a couple, I don't know, just one round of that. when, the other way they did it, everybody got more than one round. I didn't understand why they didn't do that. Why it was just the one, they just went around one time. I didn't understand why they did that. And then they got on Beasley for jumping, and everybody else was shooting jumpers too, But Steph kind of spreads his feet apart a little, so it doesn't take much out of you. And Towns hardly has to jump, and that takes less out of you. He just, didn't shoot the ball well. Definitely seemed like some of them shots we could see they was manipulated a little bit too. The Homer stuff with Indiana and all the passing and dribbling, I don't mind that. I really don't. That skill stuff, I don't. Whoa. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. Where is this at? So that was kind of entertaining. When did this happen? Did this today? I'm trying to get some time on this. 7 hours ago. Did y'all hear about this? Let's check this out. Steph is that bitch. That's funny. That's funny. Didn't watch it? Yeah, I watched that part. I'll probably watch the. Yeah. Okay. No, I didn't miss it. Saturday night. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Did y'all hear about this? 2 shot dead in a dorm in Colorado. 2 people have been shot dead in a dorm at University of Colorado. Campus dispatch shots fired just before 6 a.m. Wow. This does not appear to be a murder-suicide. Both deaths are being investigated. Wow. Still believe in isolated incident. There's no threat to communities. Campus was lifted. We're in shock. Wow. Okay. I hadn't heard about that. Wow. Hope all the football players and sad for the people that's your family. That's sad. That is sad. That's how they really go out much. I went out, I got a chance to wear my fur coat to just go pick up Chinese food. So I threw my fur coat on to go pick up Chinese food and my little bit of 6-pack of beer and a cigar. Yeah, I was out maybe 20 minutes. Oh, and I had to walk through Target, so I had to unbutton it because that motherfucker is I was out there shoveling with it. Because we got a little bit up here. Oh, yeah, come on now. Wow. This is a hell of a story here. Okay. Sir Ivan McCann, 84, splits from boyfriend Oscar Connolly, 30, after 1 year. Broke up with his 30-year-old actor boyfriend after a year-long romance. God damn. I don't even want to be his, just like he's one of my friends. Look at this motherfucker. Damn. 84 actor had been dating him. They met while performing at pantomime. By evening, it appeared that the together was over, telling them that the pair had parted ways. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It splits from boyfriend. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What kind of tales do you think they can tell? Been telling friends big plans, but even thinks they're a boyfriend. Hadn't had a boyfriend in 20 years. He's really not a marriage kind of guy. He doesn't want a man living in his home. He enjoys having someone when he's on tour. He gets infatuated, and quickly as then he's falling out with them. So he just wanted a traveling companion. That's all. There's no way when he's out of the bubble doing this panto that he's going to have this guy with him in East London. Okay, that's an interesting story. All right, pimp on. I guess it's I don't step on anybody's pimping. Whatever your pimping is, that's what you do. So I find that quite interesting, kind of funny too. All right, let me see. Let's see. Oh. This might be somebody too. No, I don't think this is who we're looking for. I don't think this is quite who we're looking for. No, it's somebody else. Yeah, that's somebody else. So that wasn't successful. Okay. Fulton Condoline Kai. Is that the person? Atlanta Falcons linebacker died. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay, his name is Kendall. Kendall, is that it? Fulton Kendall. All right. Oh, here's somebody else. Dang. With the Morbid channel. Jeweler Bagalari. Why are they showing Bagalari? She was the granddaughter of somebody, a silversmith, who established his jewelry in 1884. She was co-executive officer before leaving her own independent. Her collections was known for color. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all ain't following. I'm sorry. This is who the chick is. This chick just passed. Courage woman, did executive officer, has been controlled. Hennessy's has been controlled by Hennessy. Exceptional designer, has been innovative. The word of jury, okay. Developed a new technique, creating smooth triangle cut gems with rounded edges, shapes that were called the chestnut. And among her signature designs, she realized jewels by stringing beads without drilling them. She opened a boutique in Madison in 86 and built a solid market in the USA. In the 90s, B was sold to a private investors board for several years. She retired 12. So this is some of her jewelry right here. Looks like some type of earring, I guess. Okay, I guess. Earrings. Okay, that's it. That's all they're gonna give you. She did some shit like this. All righty then. Okay, what was the name? Where are we searching? All right. Let's see what it gives me. Nope, you put, what did you say? Etherline was, okay, I'll look that up. Who knows the slam? Who won? McCarty, Dr. Sinister. The dude who won last year, McCarty, went to Georgetown and Texas Tech from Virginia. I think he's from Virginia. K-U-Y, let me see, K-U-Y, E-N, E-N. Huh, is this it? Right here. This guy. I think we did him last week. Yeah, I thought I did him already. Thought I did him last week. Let's see. Let's see. Did they give him So he's born in 53. Okay. He played for Atlanta and San Francisco, 75 to 84, and he played at San Francisco. Yeah, I think I did him. I think I did that cat before. Thank you, though. Kendendale, yeah. And you said that gospel singer's name was, what is it? Etherline. That's a heck of a name. Oh, Etherline. I might have to change my name to Etherline. Wow, what is your name? I mean, it's like, this is like, you would almost think that name was invented in the 80s. Let's see. No, nothing. All right, let's keep going. Where am I at? I can't even see. Okay, is that L, man, let me see. I can barely see it. RLENE. Oh, I think that's it. Oh, yeah. Huh. This is who he was talking about. She's a DeBarge. Wow, gospel singer, DeBarge Maynard. Oh, so this is the mama. Okay, different stages of her life. All right. Ethel DeBarge, matriarch of the music family DeBarge just passed away peacefully. Matriarch, damn. She was 88. Her daughter Bunny confirmed the news, noting Etherlene's legacy in the music. She was married to Robert, who they raised 10, members of the Motown group DeBarge, chronicling the story, The Other Side of Pain, survived by her husband and 8 children. Wow, she had 10, but 2 must have passed. Gospel mother of the DeBarge passed away. Bunny, her oldest child, shared the news, but did not mention her mother's cause. Significant legacy included Grammy-nominated group DeBarge. Story was captured in the book On the Other Side of Pain. So maybe that's her singing. All right, this is her in her heyday. So she was thicker in her heyday. You see there, she was thicker in her heyday. Something Love You, and what is it? Mama DeBarge. Somebody Loves You, and his eyes on the something. They're bringing in later life with George. And her later life with George Rodriguez highlights her marriage to Robert DeBarge and upbringing of 10 children. Her later life with George Rodriguez. Okay, rest in peace. Okay. Mama DeBarge. She had to live in Grand Rapids because the family was out of Grand Rapids. When Chico got busted, he was either coming back from California. Each brother had a key on him. I think Chico had a key in his brother because they had been doing it and nobody had caught him, and somebody dropped a dime on him. And so when they ride back to Michigan, they each had a key on them. And at the time, I think they had some of that life without parole. And then another dude, one of my friend's brothers, he got life without parole. They got caught with a couple keys and a bunch of money. And they could really never tie him in. They held some evidence, but he was in jail with that DeBarge before he beat his case, a dude named Frank. And Frank later became an actor, but Frank was kind of booming and kind of got off, for real. Frank was booming and kind of got off, but rightly so. They withheld evidence that he had not handled the money. And so that's kind of what got him off. But when they took away that life without parole, like somebody, I was just looking at a case the other day where, here, like I was telling the story of one of my exes, dude she used to mess with, and how he went to kill somebody, or he went to rob somebody, and the 2 people that was with him actually killed somebody. And in Michigan, he got charged for murder, him and his son. This state has just repealed that. They've just repealed that law. They've taken that law away. They're saying that you're only going to get charged for what you did. And it's like the one case, I talked about that, but I mean, think about it. The one case, where the 2 people that was the mastermind get off. So that is so interesting. And go again, I think gold went down to 206 when I was on the other night, and here it is up to 225. I think we saw the high. What was the last high? 271. So we weren't that far from 271. February 6th, right here, and then we started seeing the drop down to 07, down to 4. See that? And then we're seeing the rise again. And long as, your gold, if most of you have had gold or bought gold jewelry before, and you want to upgrade or anything, I mean, you probably paid less if you bought jewelry, say 10 years ago or even 5 years ago. And so, your gold is worth what you pay for is worth more. What's the other one? Bitcoin is at 51. Amazon is interesting. This might be a buy here. Let me see. Ethereum is up 27. They lost a little bit, but I think, if you look at this same dip, if you follow them both, they're both got kind of the same dip. They're 25%. So actually, they didn't lose as much as Bitcoin. So, where is the other money? Where's the, so watch your money, everyone. You have to watch your money. I don't know how to, it's a good way to make money, and it's an honest way to make money, and it's, it's available. It is available. Do your homework. You should be able to financially find, ways to, to financially find other ways of making money. Find other ways of making. Oh, I gotta show these. I know I said I was gonna get the GTs, but I don't know, y'all. I like these. I really like this combination. Oh, I do like this combination. Yeah, these Gamma Blues. Look at that. I do like this combination. Michael Jordan. So I don't know. I saw these. I don't know if I'm getting them GTs. I saw these and I'm like, yeah, I'm probably getting these instead. And GTs are more than these. But again, when you look at shoes, they're all got the same mold. That's why these extra pieces of rubber are on all of their brands. LeBron's, all of them. Because the most expensive part of the shoe is really like this part here. So most Nike shoes all use this type of block. And let me see if I can find a cheap commercial. Let me see if a commercial can come up. And I guess this is not quite a great. I wanted to see the cheap shoes they show. It's not right here. So I think this is the next pair. I must say, I am a sneakerhead, y'all. I am definitely a sneakerhead. Snoop Dogg's brother. I didn't see that. Yeah, Herm, the dunk contest was today. I'm sorry, I'm a little behind. Oh, Snoop's brother died. I think I did see that. I watched that goofy movie of his. His movie was goofy. Oh, and PJ. Okay, PJ. I listened to Big Mike. I haven't listened to Kanye's. I got to listen to Kanye's. I'm going to say like this. Big Mike did what Hammer did. Big Mike had like gospel songs. He had 3 or 4, maybe 4 gospel songs. So I was like, you like Hammer. Hammer had like some bangers and then he turned into Pray. That's what I heard. Big Mike had too much gospel for me to say that was the best. It was a couple songs that was cool. I mean, the collaborations is what I think 2 collaborations he did is what won him the award, 2 of the awards. And those are nice, but too much gospel for me. But I haven't listened to Kanye stuff yet. And not like the collaboration songs are cool, but man, I was surprised because I was like, I had like a nice little ride, 20 minutes there, 20 minutes back, so. But yeah, the dunk contest was today, but Snoop Dogg's brother died. Wow. Yeah, I think I saw that. Let's see, what does this say? When is this? That was yesterday. Yeah, wow. Okay. It changed. What happened? Where'd the story go? Okay, so okay, so it says reportedly Snoop Dogg has 2 half siblings, both brothers, Jerry, steel workers, and his mother's side. There are many, so she had 2 other children. Okay, second brother, younger. Snoop's second brother, also his mother's side, is Brian. So he did die this year, and he died at 44. Interesting. So the younger doesn't, now reading this, half brother Jerry, mother, and Bing. So Bing. So sadly, Bing. So this one is passed. Yeah, I think I did see that. So that brother's passed. So she had two others. She had an older one. Yeah, because they favor. She had an older son, and then she had one after him. So, I mean, he had to grow up with these dudes, you know. So sad to hear, but you know, he did just have a movie. And the movie is The Mighty Ducks. That's what's interesting. The movie is basically The Mighty Ducks. Another version of the Mighty Ducks. I mean, I quit watching it when they was letting Mike Epps asleep, and all of a sudden, you know, the girl, and like the girl goes and gets a beer, and she drinks one, and so the rest of the team goes and gets, because they was getting sodas too. You know, they had a place where they could get sodas. He also had beers in the cooler. And so the girl, and that's like some Adam and Eve shit like a motherfucker. So the little girl is the one that pops open the beer and starts drinking one. They was like, hey. And all of a sudden they're drinking beer. Now, come on. That ain't children's behavior. Their behavior ain't really like that. I mean, I guess, you know, the little girl could have been doing it at home, but I don't know. Killer Mike's joint. Snoop feeding. Yeah. Killer Mike's joint had too many gospel songs. That was my only thing. It was just too many gospel songs. But the collaborations was cool. No, hell no. All right, let me get out of this bullshit. Okay. And so, yeah, Snoop is, you know, he made that movie. That movie was out. And it came to video or TV pretty quick, but still he got paid. They got paid for doing, you know, what he was doing. He kind of made a, when they like CJ Stroud is one of his guys that played in this program. It's a couple. It's more than a couple. Putting guys in school. And that was one of the things that he did, like from almost jump, is what's the words I'm looking for? He backed football leagues. He paid for football leagues. You know, he put up the bread and paid for, you know, local teams to have leagues, not just one team. I think he bankrolled the league. So he gave many opportunities. And, you know, like I've read a budget, you know, I think, you know, a story, like one of my friends had lost. He was a pharmacy. He sold pharmaceuticals. And as I kind of told the story before, it's like I wish like he would have gotten in touch with me, because, you know, I really could have like looked out for him and, you know, kind of helped him out. But what he turned it into, and I had done it with some guys previously, is we had a football program in Portage, Michigan. And at one point, I think we had almost 8 to 9 teams per every age. And, you know, I'm trying to think how the youngest were 8. No, matter of fact, it was kindergartens too. I think we had 8 teams at every level. And so, you know, if you look at that as a business entity, and I only bring up my friend because my friend was able to manage that place, and I think it helped bring back some of his sanity, you know, and gave him a little way found him a way, you know, to kind of hustle and you know, and turn something into, you know, where it helped him and his family. That's all. They say Mega Millions jackpot winner fails to claim $36 million ticket. Yeah, you don't want to win it all. You just want a little piece of it. Just give me a little piece of it, man. I don't want it all, because we know what's coming with it all. That's the beautiful thing about numbers. And I guess, why was Dr. J wearing shades tonight? I wonder if that's going to be on the internet. Dr. J wearing. And the dunk contest was named for him. I don't know if y'all caught this. The dunk contest was named after Dr. J. But did y'all catch this? I don't know if y'all caught this or not, because I think Dr. J was a little salty he wasn't one of the judges, because he came in there wearing shades and shit. And right before they were about to go on air, he was talking to somebody at the table. If you look behind when they mentioned Gary Payton, because everybody was looking at them telling Dr. J to get off. And there was a dude standing up, a TV person with glasses on in the back, and he was like, tell Dr. J to get the fuck off. Get the fuck off. Tell him. I don't know if y'all caught that. It was a dude in the background like, tell Dr. J to get the fuck off. You couldn't hear it, but you could see what he was saying. And everybody that was being interviewed was looking over at Dr. J still at the table while they was on air. Did anybody catch that? Did anybody else catch that? But he was wearing shades. He was kind of weird. He was kind of weird tonight. I don't know what was up with him wearing shades tonight. Oh, this nigga's got a statue? Oh, Dr. J has a statue. I didn't even know the dude had a statue. Look at this statue. That's an ugly statue. Oh, this ain't bad. Okay. This is, okay, Philadelphia. All right, this is him. That Connie Hawkins energy too, you know? And a lot like what Michael Jordan did, if you look at the split of the legs, but not the split eagle. More of the scissors as you float, but, you know. Yeah, a lot of Connie Hawkins energy in that. Any more? Oh, they got another one for. Oh, they got one on. Same pose. Ain't this a bitch? As above, so below. I didn't catch that in the other one. Now this one is not as above, so below. I mean, I guess you could say that because his fingers down, but a little different. But what is the odds that Philadelphia would give him this one? And this one would be the same pose, but it's the same pose as Kobe. What we just saw with Kobe. As above, so below. On UMass campus. And he wouldn't have been known. He was a scorer, and I guess he did kind of finger roll. But tonight he was weird. Did y'all check it out? Like Oscar Robertson and his wife, you know, Oscar got a suit on and shit. Dr. J had on some shit you could buy there. He had that kind of shit on. He had a sweatshirt that said 24 All-Star Game. And he might have got it free and they wanted him to wear it. I couldn't say. But he looked weird tonight. I was hoping to get a picture of him tonight. Because he looked weird. He was like, you know, you know what they say, why you wearing them shades? But he took the shades off, had his NBA shirt. He had his hoodie on and shit. So that was interesting. I just thought it was weird. You know, had some of the old folks on. So it was kind of weird. Let's see. And Kenny Smith was talking stuff about if McCarty didn't win. Let me see if this got a picture of Dr. J. Nah. I wonder. Let's look at this. Let's see how much of this I can use. So if y'all didn't know, this is who won the dunk contest. McCarty. He won. This is who won, and that's the Dr. J statue. That's the Dr. J statue. Let's see. Yeah, now look at this shit here. Look at this shit. I didn't want that. Look at that though, man. Look at his head. And he's still going up in this picture. He is still going up. He ain't touching Shaq. He's completely jumped over him, and this is spread eagle like a motherfucker. And he's still going up. Look at his head. Let me see. They didn't give a picture of him in. They didn't give a picture of him in Dr. J, or did they? And Steph beat her. She got 26. Steph got 28, I think. And this is his dunk from last year, which he kind of did again. Let's see. The first dunk. This ain't on. And this was okay. You know, this was when Indiana won the agility. They won the agility shit, y'all. They won the agility. But yeah, this dunk was just nasty. The other dunk was better. His first dunk was the best dunk by far. It was the best dunk by far. That motherfucker. Let's see. Let's see. It's probably the same thing. Okay, here we go. Look at this. I mean, look how high he is off the ground. This was the first dunk, and this was the best dunk. This dunk right here was the best dunk of the night. Right here was the best dunk of the night. He took the ball out of his hands, let it go. And as I said, the one he missed, he kind of threw it up a little more. And he just couldn't handle it as he went. And so the next one, he just took his hands off. But the first one, he had thrown that bitch up a little bit. He kind of like caught it. Then he alley-ooped it a little bit to himself. And he just didn't catch it clean. So the second one, he just took his hands off and he grabbed that motherfucker back. But look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look how high he is off the air, off the ground, excuse me. I mean, look at just the way they look at it. Look at everybody, how amazed they are. Look how high he is off the ground. He done jumped over this dude. This is Shaq. And this is the one he won it with, but this is Shaq. So this ain't just anybody. This is a 7-foot dude. But look at this picture. Look at that. Look at that. He just now starting to come down. What he did is he turns and he dunks backward when he starts to come down. Now, Walmart, where's the dunks? Yeah, I was surprised he did this because I'm going to tell you, these dunk contests are hard on you. Like days after, it take you a minute to recover. But look at this, athleticism. You know, for a little bigger guy, too. How far he is off both legs. Look at that. Look at this. This big dude, you know, he done bundled himself up and he got the baseball cap on. Can't tell me that ain't creative. And this is Toppin, yeah, Toppin, his brother. Said he wore the same shoes. And then Kenny Smith talk shit. Did y'all catch that? Kenny Smith talk shit. He's like, I don't know why you got to bring up the, 2-year-old shoes. I don't know. Did y'all catch that about Kenny? That shit was kind of funny. I thought that was kind of funny. Oh. But look at this. Look, and he's a little bigger dude too. I think his brother's 6'8". This cat's about 6'7". But look how high he is off the ground. Still going up. So this is the beautifulness of it. The artistry of the creativity. I mean, even look at this. This is Shaq again. And it's kind of unfair sometimes when you see bigger guys, because it's like it doesn't seem like they're off the ground as high. But I mean, this is quite athletic. This is a guy 6'8", 6'9", or 6'10". I think he's 6'9" or 6'10", at least 6'9". But look how high he is off the ground at 6'9". He's still going up. And like the ball is already rim level. As you see. So that's the beautifulness of this. When they would show this stuff in slow motion afterwards, man, this was looking so sweet. You know, because it happens so fast. But when you capture the moments and the artistry, now this was kind of some bullshit. This was really bullshit. They only did one round. It was like, I don't know. I don't know if the one round was fair. Everybody else did like 3 rounds, or at least, 3 rounds, and the other one, it was just them. And so I think it was kind of unfair. She went first. So, but But again, they was criticizing jumping, and look at this. And this is, perfect form. This is how you have to be. This is the you. And this is, there's a statue of a guy who invented shooting. He was the dude in Indiana, high school guy, was the first guy to really emphasize this. And the coach out of Crispus Attucks High, when you see Oscar Robertson and the people out of, Indianapolis, Crispus Attucks, you see that they really shoot with one hand. And George McGinnis was like that too. They really, what is the word I'm looking for? Because I shot like that too at a point, but really emphasize this you and shooting it with one hand, and dudes with big hands, could palm it like this. But just perfect form. And if you can do it over and over again, that's what it is. I'm not sure who she is. And there's Dame Dollar. He hit it. He won it. Look at that. Again, the you, And he holds it out a little further. He's not as tight. She was a little tighter with hers. And you see his is extended out a little further. But it's, what feels most comfortable to you. And look how easy it is for big fellas, It's not as hard for big fellas to really launch them. Sometimes they don't even have to jump, and it saves your legs. It saves your legs. Yeah, and this was, I don't know, it's like they're running around almost like glorified Globetrotters in a way. Like if the Globetrotters did a drill during their thing, it would have been this shit they did. And this was them running around and shit. Trae Young. Yeah, this shit was goofy. And I don't know why he's shooting left-handed. Wemby. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to quit all the Wemby hate. He's in the league. And one thing I've learned is when you get in the league, you get better. And there's no way you can't get better. You get better. The people you don't practice during the season, but the people you play in and out, you get better. And I'll agree when whoever said, and I'm agree with somebody said about Wemby, and I want to say whoever told me this, I'm agree with you. I'm gonna agree because you just can't hate forever. It ain't the young man's fault where he from. My problem is the way he got here. That's my problem. The way they not that they hand pick him, but it's like it's taking opportunities away from Americans. But it's an international game. I understand. But somebody, we were talking about it, and whoever commented, I'm going to repeat your comment. So if you're listening, it is your comment, and please say it's mine. But I'll agree that it seems easier for him to score. It's like where Rudy naturally doesn't have the moves around the rim. This cat does. I mean, Wemby is the closest thing to, I'm going to say this, and this is how, only way you can really understand it. Far as big man shot creating, all right? I'm going to say this, and this is what I've concluded. We haven't seen a big man that has created shots. And whoever said this, remember, you said it looked like it's easy for him to score. It's not only easy for him to score, we probably haven't seen, and a lot of you never saw the person I'm going to say, but as a big man shot creator, I don't think we've seen, and a lot of you never got to see Wilt play. And Wilt was probably one of the best big man shot creator up to this point. And I mean, for a 7-footer that created, just the angles of the way the shots around the rim, no one really has been Wilt like that. Not even Kareem. Kareem has short hooks. And even Kareem would jump hook. That's Bill Walton. Bill Walton said, I don't need to do the whole, I'll just do the jump hook. But shot creator from different angles, easy. I would say that, yes, I agree with you now. He scores easy high in the rim. And only those type of angles have been, demonstrated before is by Wilt and people who study Wilt. So, Yeah, I agree. I can't hate forever. He creates a hell of a lot, and then he hustles. I love that he hustles. I didn't think Wemby's knees will hold up or he'll have to. No, it don't be the knees. It be the feet. It be the feet. It don't be the knees. It be the feet. I even think Greg Odom, it was his feet. Sabonis' daddy, by the time he came here, his feet. Bill Walton, another one. Bill Walton broke his back. Dude undercut Bill Walton, broke his back. So, feet. Rick Smits, Yao Ming, they've all had very similar problems. He already has hammer toe. I saw, when he was doing his shoes, and he already has hammer toe. So he hasn't been wearing the best shoes over there. And but he'll have, getting the proper orthotics and whatever. I think he wears a type of Nike. And that's the thing, is like, you notice when they give out shoes, they got custom orthotics. So it ain't that bullshit you buy. It ain't that bullshit. I'll tell you though, I like the Hardings, and I think they're about to release all the Hardings too. I think that's one of the better Adidas shoes, because the bounce, when you get a nice bounce Adidas, and they're putting both the lightning strike and bounce in that one. And ass shoes too, but I heard ass shoes hard to put on. That's what my buddy told me. Like I said, my winterized 6 rings, right? No, 11s. My winterized 11s. The left shoe is harder than the motherfucker to put on. Some reason it's just, it's a boot, it's a thicker sneaker, but so I ain't gonna hate. So that's the thing to look out for him. If they get him the proper shoes, he'll be all right. I'm glad they highlight him. He didn't make the All-Star game. And this is the Rising Stars. I did not watch this. That's Chet Holmgren, homeboy Chet Holmgren. I did not watch this last night or Friday night. I didn't watch any of this, so I don't know who the fuck they are. I did watch some of this, but not really. I know, what's his name? Michael Pearson. Is this Michael Pearson? Yeah, Michael Pearson was dunking on him and shit. And this dude, I saw he dunked. So he dunked one. So, it's an event. Here's more celebrities. CJ was bogarting some dudes in. Winterized 8s is what you have. They look like winterized 8s. Okay, yeah. I got the 6 rings too, the winterized 6 rings. And I got what's them other ones? It's like I ain't even bust them out. Like the ones Kobe wore. Oh, I got the crazy ones too. I got the crazy ones, Kobe's. My brother-in-law got the black ones. Shannon Sharp. Wow. I like that big ass leather bag though. Oh, okay. I don't mind that. This big motherfucker. Okay, enough of them. That's it. It's the event. It's the event. It is an event. And the dunking is cool. The dunking is. I enjoyed the dunk contest. I thought the 3-point contest was cool because they get a couple times and they I thought the way they did the dunk contest was really okay. McCarty's like all his dunks should have been 50s. I mean, really, like his first dunk was like outstanding. That shit was that to me wasn't the night. His first dunk was like nobody did any dunk better than his first dunk. And as I said, that one he missed. If y'all go back and watch that again, because they're showing it right now. They're showing all of it again right now. So if you want to catch the dunk contest, it'll be the end of what they're showing right now. So right now it came on. It might be at the dunk contest now. Because it was on, they showed it right after, because I was down there watching cartoons or anime. And, that's what was about to come on. After the dunk contest went off of TNT, it came right back on. Or all that shit came right back on. So I imagine right now, it is probably dunk contest right now. So if you want to catch it. And they'll probably show it all night if you want to catch it again. So it was entertaining. And then tomorrow, I think the race is the Daytona 500. I think it's tomorrow. And the guy's name is Mac McClung. That's the guy who won the dunk contest. They said the Pop-Tart inventor, William Bill Post, dies. Post. He was a post. So the person who invented the Pop-Tarts was a post. Let's hear. Bill Post, the co-creator of Pop-Tarts, has passed away. He played a significant role in the development of a iconic brand, working with Kellogg's and Keebler. Yeah, because Keebler ended up buying Kellogg's. No, yeah, Kellogg's bought Keebler. Bill often credited for having invented the Pop-Tart. Pop-Tarts, now owned by the Kellogg, offers wide flavor. Legacy extends beyond, sad, blah, blah, blah. A movie about the creation of Pop-Tarts involving Jerry Steinfeld is set to be released. Yeah, it's not good food. Like my boys used to get mad because I would buy them and I wouldn't eat that shit, but I would only buy cinnamon Pop-Tarts. And they're like, Dad. They would be, they would be in the supermarket with me, and shit, and they'd be like, Father, please let us have the chocolate chip Pop-Tarts. We'll take the Audi brand of chocolate chip Pop-Tarts. Please don't buy us cinnamon Pop-Tarts. There's other flavors, Dad. And you know what I would say? When it's your turn to buy, you can make that choice. But my choice is cinnamon Pop-Tarts or nothing. Just like red Kool-Aid, I was like, I drank tea, sweet tea at that, but that's what they drink. And I've said before many times, I would go grocery shopping with my mother, so she bought specific things, but that, I would go get the Kool-Aid. And I would really be mad, like if I saw that she went to the supermarket, I knew that she would buy all the different kind of Kool-Aids. So if I saw that she went to the supermarket, and I would go through them and I would throw them away. Like, fuck these. This orange is nasty. Orange Kool-Aid was nasty as fuck. No lemonade, only red. If they wasn't red, cherry, blackberry, strawberry, I threw them away. It's a true story. Or I hid them somewhere. Fuck them. Brown did yes, he did. And I made a video about that a couple years ago. That was an obvious kind of, the beast wanted something from that and he got it. So that was, yeah, that was kind of sad. I finally heard a little bit of the country song of Beyonce. I won't be hearing much more of it. That shit ain't for me. But maybe some of y'all, it's for y'all, but it's not for me. It is definitely not for me. Oh, and I don't turn the TV on today. I didn't turn the TV on until later. Let me see, is my point. Like, this is, like if you look at how shoes are made, like you can tell on periods how they're made. That's why do you think so many use that bottom, and then the ones that use this bottom, I mean, you can see where it's similar. Now this is another made shoe, but even his shoe, you can see where that same year of this model and the colorways, and then so it's, see if I can find. And so, if you really look at it, like even if you design a shoe, because right now you can design a shoe, like dudes who used to be in the military, always talked about when they would go to Korea, they would get, suits and shit made, but they would get shoes and they could design the shoes. In Korea, they've been making, shoes, any shoe you wanted, you could get it made in Korea, custom made. So damn. I don't remember this story. How old is this story? This says hours ago. This sounds wild. PA judge charged with shooting ex-boyfriend in the head, then tried to convince him he shot himself. So the judge was tired of him cheating on him. You know, he done got some coochie that it blew her mind and it almost blew her weave off. Charged with shooting ex-boyfriend in the head, tried convincing that he shot himself. So the cops came up to him. He's like, what happened? I think I shot myself. Yeah, he shot himself. It's like, wait a minute. Because, you know, they can put things on your hands if you don't wear gloves. The shooting happened February 10th at a home in Harrisburg, After the victim, Michael McCoy, attempted to end his one-year relationship with she's the magistrate, district judge, Sonia McKnight. So she was a magistrate. Okay, according to a probable cause affidavit. Sexaquana, I think that was Secosequana Township, said McKnight called 911 to report their boyfriend could not see and requested an ambulance to come to the home. McKnight told the dispatch that she did not know what happened because she was sleeping and woke up to him screaming. During the investigation, police said they learned McCoy had tried numerous times to break up with her. The affidavit states that at one point he took his key from McKnight, but she used the spare to enter his home while he was at work. On the evening, McCoy told that he had came home from work and found McCoy sitting on his couch in pajamas. McCoy left home to go to a local bar. Things were tense when McCoy turned home, according to that affidavit. McCoy asked if they could talk, but McKnight asked if they could talk, but McCoy did not want to. McCoy told her that he would enlist the help of her mother to help get her out of his home. At this point, Sonia reports, "Oh, are you serious?" Michael McCoy stated that it was like she finally understood it was over. Then McCoy went to bed. Mistake. He told detectives he was asleep for about an hour. And two, when he woke up with a massive head pain and could not see. She done shot him while he was asleep. He didn't even hear it. Damn. He begins screaming and hears Sonia McKnight say, "Mike, what did you do to yourself?" Authorities said McKnight allegedly tried to convince her boyfriend that he had shot himself. McCoy repeatedly stated that he did not shoot himself. Detectives determined that McKnight's interview with detectives was found to be deceptive, and the gun used was registered to her. Tests conducted an hour after the shooting also found so she didn't wear gloves. This was a crime of passion. McCoy suffered a single gunshot wound that entered near his temple and exited the left temple. He is now blind in one eye. Damn! An elected judge was suspended without pay in mid-November by the court after she allegedly violated judicial probation from a previous misconduct stemming from alleged interference with the arrest of her son following a traffic stop. She was acquitted, so they was about to get rid of her. She was sloppy. This chick was sloppy. This chick is sloppy. And this is a shaming of, giving you chicks power and we'll shame you. Give y'all power and, another shaming. She can't control her emotions, She can't control her emotions. Interesting, huh? So as they say, and this dude does. Oh, it's got to be Pete Maravich. Let's see this shit. Yeah, Pete Maravich. This is all-time college basketball points. The girl just did some points. Pete Maravich only played 3 years. This dude played, is this 4? Let's see. This is 5 years, right? This is 5 years. 5 years he got 3 points shy. That's why they didn't let him break it. But 5 years, right? Yeah, he had 5 years, couldn't break it. He had 4 years. Freeman Williams, he scored 81 points in the game. Yeah, I remember that in college. He scored, no 3-point. Let me see. When Williams played, when there was no 3-point, 38 points a game, 59. Yeah, Freeman Williams scored 81 points in a college game. Chris Clemens, 4 years. Lionel Simmons, the L Train. Alfonso Ford, Mississippi Valley. Wow, 4 years. Doug McDermott, 4 years. Pete did it in 3. Michael Dom. Oh, this is my man, Machine Gun Kelly. Wow, 4 years though. Definitely my same age. I saw him play a couple times. I loved his J. He didn't play no D, but you know. Kenyon Clark, Hershey Hawkins, 4 years. Oscar Robertson, only 3. Danny Manning, I think Danny was at 3. No, 4 years. Edric, 4 years. Elvin Hayes, probably 3. Yeah, 3 years. So Elvin Hayes, no Kareem. Interesting. Kareem's not in there. Kareem is not in there. Interesting. They show that before March Madness. This is a few weeks. This is a great business month. The month is so quick that it's just a great business month. Make bread because the bread is turning over so quick. Is it love or confusion? All right. Now here's an example. What I was saying about how all shoes still use the same template. So think about the Hardings. Think about the A1s, Edwards' first shoe. It's almost all the same stuff. Now, what we see here is we're not seeing as much as this, what is it called? Light striking and bounce. Because, with Hardings, it's almost all that kind of, but, here again, the same base. And, the same, sorry, I have to say, the shoe you buy, unless you put some extra, the soles aren't very good, the insoles. But it's the same, you can see it comes off the same die as the Hardings and the same die as Ants, This is something that is the most expensive process. That's why most of these shoes look alike, because this is the hardest process, is to give them this base right here. So, did he wear them tonight? And they're probably going to, his shoes are pretty affordable too. I think the Harding's like $60. Ants is like $130, but his shoes are generally pretty affordable. So, to each his own, baby. Sometimes you root for the bad guys, but some bad guys are just stupid. So when is this? Check this out. This is some stupid shit here. Florida bank serial bank robber hits series of banks in a single day after prison release for the same crime. So this dude got out of jail, and the first thing he did is started robbing a bank. They go back to jail. He didn't do 1. He didn't do 2. Florida man, authorities have dubbed a serial bank robber, headed back to the slammer after he committed the same crime just 1 day after he released from prison. Hey, he didn't have any other skills. 60-year-old is heading to prison again after he robbed 2 banks in Orlando within days of being released from prison. How else was he going to get some bread? According to court documents, June, now this is an old story. This is an old story. Why are they bringing this back? After he served 8 years for robbing a Wells Fargo bank. The next day, he attempted to return to the bank and continue his heist. Authorities said that Jones walked into a bank and he previously robbed and held the bank employees. 6-year-old man allegedly threatened would shoot anyone if they did not hand over the 150 moved employees, blah, blah, blah. After employees provided $30,000, he took the keys to the car and escaped. He walked into a bank, did the same thing, told employees, funny business, demanded 50. They gave him 50. So he had a 90,000. June 9th he was apprehended. They found $1,500 in cash. So $1,800 in cash. This doesn't make sense. Authorities found $1,800 in cash on Jones. Maybe he left all that money in the car. Bid thieves claimed to be mentally incompetent, claims understand. He had one skill. He had one skill, and that's what it was have. Hey, Lorenzo, what is happening? I'm watching the replay. What's the use of having the event when they did nothing but repeat champions. They didn't repeat 3-point shooters. Well, yeah, I mean Dame did win a couple years ago, so I see what you're saying there. Dame had won it before. Yeah, that's a good point. Towns didn't shoot that well. This was a dumb dude, boy. Yeah, Towns did not shoot well enough tonight. And nobody else did either. And, Steph would have won if Steph would have, 28 would have won it because 26 won. Dame hit 26. Steph made 28. So Steph would have won. I mean, Steph was the big winner tonight. But again, he only did one round. Everybody else did more than one round. And that takes a little bit out of you. Oh, shit. I am definitely going to be rude. I forgot I had this. But are y'all hip to this artichoke dip from this is Costco's. I knew I was gonna have the munchies, so I brought it up here. Oh, I got a story. I saw this story earlier. I can put some of this back in ice. Excuse me. And then we take these big little pieces of bread. And that is good. So, all right. Sorry about that. So yeah, that is kind of what they did. Oh, did y'all catch this story? Dwayne Wade did have a son that ended up being a hooper. He teams up with Dad Dwayne in African pro basketball and business venture. I caught this story this morning. Because he was playing the G League. Pivotal moment that transpired in early 23. Zaire Wade, the prodigy of Dwayne Wade, marked his 21st birthday, not with just festivals, but a career-defining opportunity. Amidst the celebration, unexpected call from the Cape Town Tigers of the African Basketball League, sponsored by the NBA. They gave him an offer in Zaire. He was previously in the G League in 21-23 in professional basketball on a new continent, reflecting on numerous days. Rashid Hazard, I wonder if this is Walt Hazard family. Zaire's journey at this point has been a tapestry of highs and lows, marked by 3 different high schools. Standout senior season, Sierra Canyon High School. He played with Bronny and all them. Foregoing his path, he hinted at his burgeoning potential. Despite the challenges posed by injuries, the narrative took a more personal turn as just his recent collaboration with his father in the business realm. So together they have partnered with Thorn, a wellness company to extend healthy through personalized scientific approaches. Not only symbolizes a familiar bond, but also underscores the way's commitment. What does this mean? They're taking trainers over there. This multifaceted journey, entrepreneur endeavors. Who's going to pay for that over there? So, okay. I don't know if y'all caught that with his son. He's had some injuries, so you see he missed a couple seasons. So, and the NBA has now NBA Africa. So he's probably going to play for that. And he'll probably do well. They'll probably let him do well. Yeah. So, not a whole lot going on with me today. Watch the race tomorrow. And we're going to move some stuff. So, then my son's going to come clean the carpet. My couch that we got made is in, so we just need to get it delivered. So we got to get the other couch out of here tomorrow, and it's a sectional light, but it's light. So, and then I'm gonna cook steak, and I got some green beans. I'm gonna blacken the green beans, and so just people helped get this couch in and out. Cook for him is probably my son, and so yeah, it'll just be a family thing. So I know he'll be off, and he's off tonight. So no, Dame won second consecutive. He won last year and this year. I thought when did Towns win? I thought Towns won last year. Towns didn't win last year? Towns won back to back. I thought Towns won last year. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I thought Towns had won last year though. Okay. I stand corrected. I stand corrected. Because I thought Towns was the defending 3-point shot champ. Okay. It's funny, I was watching a thing about Magic Johnson, and one thing about Michigan State, I mean, it was always known, like it was really always known at Michigan State that they was paying bread to players. Like this was no secret. Like players get touchdowns, they was gonna get some bread. I mean, it's always was a thing of players getting bread in school. So it was hidden a little bit because like one thing I watched an interview with Magic and it was like, well, how much money did you get to go to Michigan State? And he kind of laughed because he was getting it. I talked to a couple of people that went down there on traveling. He wasn't hardly going to school that much either. So. But at Michigan State, he was getting paid decently. Like he saying that, he was kind of poor. Well, he wasn't poor when he was on that campus. He wasn't poor on that campus. And yeah, going pros did make him a little richer. Let me see if I can show this long shot. But see what I was saying about how the shoes are the same? You see? You see, if you look at right here, you see it's the same mold. And then these is ant shoes down here. You see how it's the same mold? Like all that on the side is basically, it's the same. Look up here. Where we at? You see this bottom? And I'm trying not to trigger it, but you see that bottom there? It's the same bottom. And you really if you look at the toe and the way they split the toe, I mean, it's very similar. But that's the problem with when you get shoes, that's the biggest expense is having that base to put it on. So I don't know if there's any debauchery going on in the world. I kind of had something else to attend to today. As I say, my wife hasn't been feeling well, and it appears like she's got the flu. They probably had the stomach flu, I'm guessing. But she's got better. Royal Bell, most shoes have the same mold. Exactly. Yeah. They have the same molds. Yeah. They're given one brand. Like if you look at the track shoes or the walking shoes, it's just cheaper versions of the most expensive one. Down here on the Gulf Coast, the SIP, we have some cool weather and the wind was blowing hard, but we warm up tomorrow. It's funny, like the East Coast is getting hit with our storm. Like, we got hit with 7 inches. Where I live, we got hit with 7 inches. Like we didn't have snow. And now my backyard is up to my waist or up to over my knees. It's like if I have to walk in the back, and I do need to feed the birds. I've been bullshitting, ain't fed the birds, but it's like the other night was really cold night, but I got to feed the birds. And but it's everything is covered. We had that much snow where it covered everything. So and today it was really windy today. So I only got out for about an hour and a half. So excuse me. I can taste that Whoa, I can taste that food I had. Hey, Marcus the Great, thank you for joining. I think it's let me see. I think it's the 13s. No, it would have been, no. Let's go back. Maybe. Yeah, these are my favorite. The 13s were my favorite. When I played semi-pro ball, I played good ball in these. I had the Carolina blue one, but these were the best. I mean, the air unit. I mean, they were the most comfortable. Like I had. Let me see. So I had the patent leather, like the Shacks. I've said this before. The first pair of Shacks in the Hexalite was a really great, comfortable shoes. And when they switched to Iversons, because the first answers did not have the Hexalite, but that patent leather pair that had the Hexalite, that was a hell of a comfortable shoe. And I loved hooping in them. But then they came out with the Jordan 14s, and I had the Carolina blue one. It was the white one. It was the white with the blue flames. The flames was blue. And that was my favorite pair. I loved hooping in them. Now, I liked hooping in the 10s too, but the Concords, I think that's the 10s. But these, I thought these were better than those. And what's that? The 10s? But the 14s were my all-time. Like back when they was making them good hoop shoes. Because when they made them 14s, I thought they were better than all the other shoes. That model there. Some of these other Jordans I didn't. As I said, I bought them. Maybe it was the Answer 2 or Answer 3, whichever those patent leather ones were. Those were a better shoe than the Jordans that came out at that time. But these 14s was when I loved it. And the flames peeled, and you know how they had a thing where they would send you shoes if the product was failing. And they sent me the 15s, and that was the all-time ugliest shoe. The 15s was the all-time ugliest shoe. Oh, I need to stand up. So yeah, these is my all-time favorite shoes there. That I thought. Let me stand up for a second. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Okay. And the shoes they make today are not as made as well. Like my son, I bought him this pair, but like this year, whatever year these came out, and they were crap shoes. I mean, he liked them and stuff, but just I looked at them and they're not made as well. They're not made near as well. I mean, it's the material and everything, but that was the most comfortable. And I played, I don't even know how I could emphasize how much, like when I was younger and played semi-pro ball and started reffing. I mean, it was a great hustle. It really was. And the semi-pro ball was like traveling, playing in different places, tournaments. I mean, it was when you're doing it, it's fun. And the Gus Mackers, and I mean, it's just so much basketball that I played when I moved back to Michigan in '85 that it was just really what I needed. And as I said, I say every night, it was like no matter what was going on in my life when I was young, I still had basketball. I still, could just get lost into playing basketball. And that's the only thing, about getting older is that kind of want. Now if I put a court in my house, it would be pickleball court. I wouldn't mind be able to shoot jumpers though. But yeah, and so that was what it was about then. And I had the thing where what was the Webbers? I think they was the Webbers, or they were the. Let me see if they weren't the Webbers. What were they? Maybe the David Robinsons. Maybe it was a type of Max before. It wasn't. It wasn't a Barkley Max. It was one of the other Max, but. I remember I had a new pair, and my boy's mother got mad, and she wrote all over them. And like I wouldn't hoop in them, And I know I've told that story before, but it's just, when women think they can do some shit to hurt you, they feel as be hurt, so they like, well, I'll write on your new shoes, that'll hurt you. I'm like, yeah, these are my hoop shoes. And the only time I bust them out was really to hoop. And even with their writing on it, I didn't give a fuck. They were still new. And I hoop with them shoes forever. You don't care about anything but, Oh, it's so funny. You don't care about anything but me. You care just about your shoes more than you care about me. Well, sometimes. Sometimes you do. My man Ancestor Production had a little bit out. I don't know if I feel like walking downstairs. Let him chop for a minute. Let y'all get a little bit of that, because I don't think it's too much debauchery been going on. Damn. Oh, my goodness. They getting this.
We're the only car maker in the...
Ooh, sorry about that. Woo. Why is that so high? Damn. Wow. Yeah, this is around here. They getting this dude. They about to get him.
Teacher and coach is facing criminal charges for allegedly having sex with several former students. Fox 9's Mary McGuire has more on the case and what the school is saying tonight.
The 29-year-old teacher has been with Winona Schools since 2016. He was placed on administrative leave in January, but as of Saturday night is still listed as a staff member on the district's website. Charges allege she had sexual relationships with 3 different students dating back years. Eric Berth began his career in education as a track coach, later promoted to physical education teacher at Winona Area Public Schools. Court documents filed Friday allege he abused that position of power, carrying out sexual relationships with 3 students between the ages of 16 and 18 years old. He now faces multiple felony counts of criminal sexual conduct. Law enforcement says all 3 of the victims were struggling with personal issues at the time and turned to him for help. An anonymous tip prompted police to start investigating Berth, with several witnesses coming forward saying they saw sexual videos involving Berth and one of the students. Winona Public Schools sent a letter to families Friday, urging anyone with information or concerns that might be relevant to this case to contact authorities. They also add all school district employees undergo thorough background checks before being hired and undergo training to reinforce policy, procedure, and legal requirements as mandatory reporters. Berth's next court appearance is set for Thursday.
Wow. They fried Berth. Damn, Berth. There's a lot of weirdos. There's a lot of weirdos. I don't know. I like when the laws get changed, I look at it, that's the law. You can't really bitch about it if that's the law. The law is the law. So you can't really say, well, that's like why they got mad at OJ, because OJ used what the laws was. And with, the type of jury they were able to range in that area. What's the problem? What's she saying? Well, Bill, what's the problem, Bill? What's the problem? Man, I was just thinking, I guess my dad kind of tripped. He's down in Atlanta. I guess he kind of tripped and hurt himself a little bit down in Atlanta. So, but look like, he's able to, he'll be, that old boy next month will be 81. I think, yeah. My mother just turned 83. Yeah, my father will be 81. Him and my aunt. My aunt's birthday, I think one's is the 13th and one is the 14th and one is the 12th. They were born, in the morning. So they weren't actually born on the same day. So they had different birthdays. But I just noticed the storm we had hit New England. I think Pennsylvania got some of it. So, yeah, not a lot of debauchery. Gas is, unless you go to Costco gas is always decent. So good. It's good. There's no debauchery. No, I don't think I need another beer. I think I've had enough beer for tonight. I can just, I'm going on 2 hours. I got this cigar. Should keep my throat. And I got this dip up here. that should keep me going. Oh, life is full of debauchery, though. And I'm looking at this story. It's called "Our Hennepin Health and the Medical Examiner Prepared for Large-Scale Emergencies." Like, why would they even bring this up? Why would they even bring this up? I mean, what, you know, like, what's going to happen? Well, let's see what they tell us. Let's see what they tell us. Tell us about it.
We discovered agencies in Hennepin County trained together with dispatch, EMS, police, and fire. And last night at 10, we shared it started a decade ago to prepare them to better respond when there's the potential for people being hurt. So what about the people who need help? How prepared is Hennepin Healthcare to handle several patients at once?
And what about the medical examiner's office? All new this morning. Senior investigative reporter Jennifer Mayerly explores what's in place should the unthinkable happen here.
Any given day, first responders rush patients to the emergency department at Hennepin Healthcare.
Where you guys headed?
Mock patients, played by high school students, help the Level 1 Trauma Center during drills to get ready for the unknown disaster.
We like to talk about space, staff, and stuff, or supplies. So if we get inundated to the point where it overwhelms our capacities and our capabilities, that would result in a mass casualty incident. So anything that would overwhelm us would then activate the mass casualty incident. When we pull that lever, we're bringing in folks from off campus to come support us.
Seth Jones's job as Emergency Preparedness Program Manager is to think of everything.
This is where hospital leadership comes in.
They stand up the hospital incident command system during a disaster.
You have this organization chart.
Yes, this is our org chart, our response org chart.
People who meet in this room make sure the hospital has what it needs.
Multiple casualty incidents, so this is what we take if something happened in the community.
He says communication continues to be something they work on. And they've done drills with blood banks.
Boy, what are they expecting? They doing all that shit. What are they expecting? You know, it makes you wonder, what are they really expecting? This is somewhere where the mayor is going to prison. The ex-mayor is going to prison. Should we look at this? Let's look at this. I kind of caught this a little bit, and I was like, okay, who is he and why is he going to prison? Let's see when this is. Okay. This is, where are we? Houston. Okay, Houston. Well, I like the way she presents herself. Well, tell us something.
That sentence comes nearly 6 years after a routine audit uncovered questionable spending at City Hall. KPRC2 investigator Robert Arnold has been on this case since former Mayor Michael Wolf was first charged. He is joining us now live from Hempstead. And Robert, the former mayor initially fought these charges. Tell us about it.
He did. The former mayor was facing a first-degree felony over how he was spending the taxpayers' money, and they were in the middle of trial. Prosecutors called 7 witnesses to the stand, and the defense was supposed to start presenting its case today to a jury, but former Mayor Michael Wolf changed his mind and pleaded guilty. At the heart of the case are roads like this one.
In this case, Mayor Wolf, he was using his position and the taxpayer money of the city of Hempstead to benefit himself, his family, his friends, his supporters, and people he liked.
Waller County District Attorney Sean Whitmore says a yearly audit of city finances was the first red flag. It uncovered certain people getting a pass on not paying their utility bills. That led to more questions about how former Mayor Michael Wolf was spending taxpayer dollars. Eventually, prosecutors Bennett Dodson and Elliot Beatty amassed binders full of invoices and maps of road work that was never done or never completed.
Our theory of the case was the system was set up as such where basically everything at City Hall flowed through the mayor.
Prosecutor Bennett Dodson says he totaled more than $2 million worth of road work, all approved by the former mayor and all going to one vendor without any checks and balances.
When you looked at the pattern of these invoices over time and where the work was being done, A, there was absolutely no supervision of the road work, and the city had paid for roads that still don't exist.
Prosecutor Elliot Beatty says Wolf approved all these invoices himself and made sure to keep the amounts low enough to not trigger state bidding laws.
If a project costs more than $50,000, it must be bid out by law. There were invoices for $49,000, $49,800, $48,900, very suspicious amounts.
After initially pleading not guilty, Wolf's attorney told prosecutors this morning his client had changed his mind and would plead guilty. He was sentenced to 6 years in prison.
He can't go out there and say, well, the jury got it wrong or the judge got it wrong, I'm still innocent. No, you admitted to that conduct.
We're not going to stand for...
Well, again, they let the darky be the mayor. Sound like Kwame Brown. A lot is like Kwame Brown, but at a smaller level. He thought he was smart. He thought he was smarter than everybody, and they let him hang himself. You know, when they say they give you enough rope to hang yourself, that's what they did. They had to know what was going on, and that's where it came from. And like the dude with the girl, it's probably something little that he did.
Are first responders ready?
Or but been going on since I was in school. So, yeah, well, it's not a whole lot of debauchery, y'all. And that's good. It's good that we don't have debauchery. I mean, certain cities always do have debauchery, but is it all worth reporting on? Is it really? I don't think it is. Some things don't deserve attention. We just have to let it go. Let it go. Because that's what the beast is. I mean, this is part of the beast. Oh, okay. I guess I can trip for a little while. I'll trip for a minute because this shit was kind of funny. So it's funny, like when you get hit with dogma. Are they watching? They always watching. Yeah. Oh, dear. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They are. But what's funny is, what was it called? Black Magic. Brother Rich, maybe is his name. He had, I guess, Dr. Wesley Muhammad. And it was like he mixing Ascension's work. It's like he had the nerve to say the first person to see an alien was when Elijah Poole, which later was he renamed himself Elijah Muhammad, met Farad. And like they say Farad had disappeared and shit, and when Muhammad Ali's first wife, Belinda, or whatever her name is now, tells you they had met him, and there's a picture of Belinda with this dude. And both of them worked for Noble Drew Ali. And he's saying that all this Anunnaki stuff, and I mean, like things that he's saying that you can verify is anybody can write anything in a book. So, but it's like Allah, if you really look at the Kaaba, or the Kabbalah, if you looked at it, it was like Allah was one of the many statues that was in there. It was a bunch of idols and God statues in there, and Allah was one of the statues in there. And this is what the Arabs took. It's the Arab religion, which, a lot of them are. And we had Germans and Poles that, wanted to take an Arab religion in themselves. They took an Arab religion themselves and applied it to themselves. So. But it was interesting listening to all this dogma that it's like, dude, to say, that the man existed first. No. Everybody knows around the world, it tells you the oldest thoughts was all a female thought. Everybody knows that. You even go to Kemet. Kemet is Hathor. It's the first thought, the first thing that sparks. And then you even get into Sophia and how Sophia created what could be looked at as the male deity that controls a lot with Marduk. She was one of the gods. Not to say that male gods didn't exist, but she was one of them as well. So people would disagree with that idea that, again, saying the Adam and the rib, because that's all he was really saying. Everywhere around the world, no, the man came first. Well, that's trying to kill the woman. Then he was trying to integrate the woman. And then the word Allah, and Allah and Allah being the wife. Because a lot of times, he said Allah didn't have a wife, but then people started writing them books. Like, I guess so. I guess there is a female thing there. And that's the Christianity, the Holy Spirit is the female. And it's easy to see that, they replaced the female with the Holy Spirit. So really, if you look at, like when they get in the New Testament, they talk about going out and healing and give us the Holy Spirit. Well, the woman is the ultimate healer. So they're asking, give us this feminine energy so we can go out and heal. I don't know if, if I was like hanging with Jesus and like he was giving out the Holy Spirit, I would be like, let me, wherever I go dig, I just go find gold. Is that cool? And I'll give the poor some gold. I don't really want to go heal the leopard. I don't really want to do that. But his boys was like happy to do it. They're like, well, let's go cure everybody. A lot of sick people, let's go out and I guess that's a noble effort. I'd be like, like Richard Pryor said, motherfucker be like throw up and shit and you got to give him mouth to mouth. You stand over and say, man, you ain't going to make it. You are not going to make it, dude. So, I don't know. Back in the leopard times, would I want to fuck with them leopards and shit? I don't know. But I guess they had a ball doing it. He didn't give none of them the ability to heal like he did Lazarus. He's like, hey, come back with us, Lazarus. And that's in the Old Testament too. Elijah, that's where Elijah comes from. Came back from the dead as well. A couple instances in the Old Testament. So, but it's just interesting listening to he was attacking Stitchen's work, which again, a better idea of Stitchen's work is definitely Wes Panary. I think he taps into. It's 2:09. I think Wes taps into some individual some beings that did control things, anciently. I think he does tap into how it could have been, And Wes talks about what makes the Black Hills so special. And, the Black Hills are tied into Lemuria. The Black Hills was supposed to hold one of the what was it called where they had the big wheel and shit, the quantum where you can go through and shit, The Black Hills was supposed to hold something like that. If you guys aren't hip to that, that is something that supposedly came from the Black Hills. What is that shit called? Time port, it's a time port. And this is supposed to be where, one of the divine feminine was able to get away, Tagged by Marduk and was able to get away. And he talks about the war with Marduk and his brother, And his brother took revenge on him and cut off the emerald off Marduk's head. And cut his shit off. And as I talked about the other day, that's where the idea of, trying to be the divine feminine. Because Marduk, immediately after that happened to him, he starts being the divine feminine. And that's what you really see. They try to tell you it's Apollo, but you're seeing Marduk as a woman in the Statue of Liberty. You can call it what you want, but it looks more like a representation of Marduk. After he had it, he has a new artificial thing around it. You looked at the head of the Statue of Liberty. That's after the shit was cut off. Yeah, I guess so. This is nice. So it was interesting listening to some of that because it's it's a lot of information out there for everybody to go look up, and you have to see where it applies to you. That's all. And what makes sense to you in your life. I always like highlighting the weather up here in the Great White North. And like right now, we have 24 degrees. As you see, it's going to be a nice day tomorrow, 35. Then we're going to have another nice day on Monday, you know, no snow. These are moderate for here this time of year. And then, you know, we're going into the end of February. So moderate temperatures, you know, the sun is getting closer, the days are getting longer. So moderate night, you know, 19 sunny days, only two snow days. The 2 snow days gave us 7 inches of snow. It rises to 7. Days are getting longer. See, days are getting longer. We're about to have a full moon in a couple weeks. So, you know, still, you know, nice enough where I can wear some of my nice shit. Because I average wearing my mink coat like once a year. And I need to get that one cleaned. I cleaned the one I got, the shearing. I cleaned that one. But I didn't clean that mink one. They was talking about 100 and something for both. I was like, yeah, I don't need the mink one clean that bad. But I got to take it back there and get it cleaned. But when you get... Oh, here's the Donovan Mitchells. Where? Oh, here we go. This is the exact same. Like the Dom, look at this. See, this is the cheaper version. But the same kind of, you know, as all of them. They put less foam up here. These is close as what we saw with the Dames, you know. Almost identical shoe. The insoles suck. I must say, this is a cheaper. I would get I think if I get Adidas, I'll get the, not even the Ants. I think I'd get the Hardings and put new insoles in them. A little more technology in them, but this is the Donovans. Actually wasn't, the other ones I had weren't bad pickleball shoes. But see, the same thing. Oh, this is the same. I wonder if they're trying to say this is carbon fiber. I doubt it. But they weren't bad pickleball shoes. I must admit, they weren't. It says Macy's gonna lay people off. Wow. Oh, okay. Oh, this is the first one. eBay. Wow, it says, let's see. Wow, check this out. It says eBay is about to cut 9% of their workforce, or they're laying off 1,000 jobs. Wow. Macy's, the company has announced plans to lay off 2,500 employees, 3.5 of their total workforce. Damn. Google. Whoa. Since January, has laid off over 1,000 employees. Damn, Google. Likely of further reductions. Emphasize memo intention to invest in profit. Major priorities. Difficult position. The layoffs have affected various teams, including hardware, ad sales, search, shopping maps, YouTube, but they are not extensive. Last year's cuts of 12,000. Wow, I did not know they got rid of 12,000 employees last year. BlackRock got rid of 600 employees. Yeah, the dirty businesses don't need to. Wayfair, 1,600 employees. Unity, 25%. What's the number? 1,800 jobs. Wow. TikTok, 60 employees. That's it in America. I'm guessing this is America. That's what I'm guessing. What's this? Vroom. It's recently a shift in business. The company announces it's discontinuing its e-commerce, winding down its used vehicle dealership business. This may change to about 800 employees. Wow. Walmart laid off 2,000 employees at 5 places, warehouses. Okay. Online at recent layoffs, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Tuesday mornings, Chapter 11, 24 locations. Damn. Morgan Stanley, 3,000 employees. Damn. That's banking. Gap, 1,800 restructuring. Nobody's buying that bullshit. Old Navy and Gap is the same place. Jenny Craig, I didn't even know they were still open. Damn. Jenny Craig's still open? 3M, that's here. Announced global company plan to eliminate 2,500 jobs. The workforce by 6,000 jobs. Managing additionally. Maplewood. Oh wow, right here. This is total. Says additionally, around 1,100 of these layoffs were slated to occur at the Maplewood headquarters, with the terminations beginning last June. Wow. So 1,100 jobs were lost at 3M here. Maplewood's on the border. Uber, Lyft, 26. What is that? People, 1,000 employees. That's probably internally shit. Whole Foods. Hundreds at its corporate offices. Okay. Tyson Foods. That's near. There's a Tyson in Wisconsin. The company decided to eliminate about 10%. Popularly given Tyson status largest meat company. Layoffs, blah, blah, blah. 4,200. Wow. That's a lot of people. 4,200. Wow. And BuzzFeed. 1,200 people. So, hey, Bishop Mac Bone, what is happening? I appreciate you joining me. Thank you. How you been, brother? Hope you have been smooth. Hope things are going well for you, brother. So I hope, none of you are affected. I've been still trying to watch Killer the Flower Moon again. That shit just so emotional. Like, I don't think I could watch Emmett Till again either, that shit. And that he had a gun, and he cared more about his safety than saving the boy's life. And I understand Jim Crow, but I don't know. And I wonder if the gun was really an issue. Like he said, dude, I just keep killing crackers now. You kill them, and then you take off. That's what you did. You kill them and you take off. Stop them from kidnapping your boy. Go up north. That's what you do. But, so that shit's hard to watch. Like that scene of Killer of the Flower Moon where her sister's dead and she has to walk through all the Europeans behind the train station and the hate they have. And it just shows you, how regular Europeans folks really felt. It's like the hatred of these people that were, displaced from their land and given of their land. And these people like vultures just come in, and try to just take some of this wealth any way they can. And what they came up with is starting to kill the people. One guy had a long range. He probably killed people for 40 years. Like if you read the book, there's just the tip of the iceberg. It was a lot of deaths, which they say in the beginning is very well done. There's a lot of deaths that wasn't even reported. And yeah, so it's a hard watch, after you've seen it the first time. My shit look better than this shit. Look at this shit. This is a woman's ring. I think mine looks better than this one. That's what I got, 3 carats, but mine's 14 karat gold. Yeah, my shit looks better than this. What is this? Yeah, 3 karat. Yeah, mine's a little more than that. Mine's just in 14 karat. Slightly purplish, slightly included. Yeah, my shit is all this. Brilliant cut. G through H. VS2, okay. Yeah, my shit's a little nicer than this, I must dare say. It's good to know, though. Good to know. Compare. Say if you got a good deal or not. That's, buying jewelry is an investment. Something that you can invest in. And if it's a rainy day, you can turn it into cash, liquid cash. So that's the good thing about it, y'all. And again, if you're still working, you need to know where your money's going. You need to invest your money. And I've got some strong investments. I've been pretty decent about it. I've fucked around a lot, but I've gotten better. And I pay attention, and you know, I it's like you can get you pay attention and you find out how to get paid some kind of way every day. Like every day you get paid. Even your days off, you got money working for you. That's the way to be. I guess enough talking about bullshit and other things. What I got? Can I talk for maybe an hour? Maybe. Maybe I can talk for an hour. You know, see how I'm feeling. Feeling pretty good. I drank all I got to drink, but that's okay. I don't feel like getting up. I wouldn't mind little Ancestor production. Let y'all hear that. He had some new shit out. If y'all ain't heard it, it's pretty good. But I don't know. I guess I can go. It's funny. It's funny, like when you get bored and what wants to take over. And again, you know, most people it's daydreaming, planning, you know, scheduling, you know, and it's like what's taken away from most people is what's taken away from us and most people is like really, and I've said this over and over again, and I'm gonna keep saying is right now it's been taken away from most people. Like they want your mind to be so far planning and strategizing that you don't appreciate right now. And I've said over and over again, like, you know, in Doctor Strange, when the ancient one is dying, she says, here I am trying to, you know, save moments. You know, here I am trying to save moments. And what it means is every moment is, you know, and as I've said many times, what the Gnostics say, even when it's good, even when it's bad, it's good because you're still getting the moments, no matter, you know, what the moment is. And I'm not talking about extreme, you know, but just common things. That's all. So even when it's bad, it's good because it's still life. And, you know, you can give the allegory pretty much as motherfucker is do we chop your head off or do you want to sit here for forever? Or long as until you die. Most people choose, and you know, the state and the country ain't too fast on killing mugs, you know. Some of these people, they let them appeal for 20, 30 years. So, and that's the beauty of the life is the moment. And like what this moment means to me. And, you know, being able to express and being able to share some of my wisdom, some of my experiences in relatable ways. Because we're hit with so many different things that, you know, it's so many things to make you think of, not you. There's so many distractions, and we need distractions too, because, you know, we can't be focused on ourselves all the time. But for the most part, you know, you have to understand that you're more important than anything that's around you, you know, anything, distractions, any other stories. You are the story. Each and every one of you, you are the story. Not your spouse, not your children, it's you. You are the story. And, you know, too often they say with sports, with children, you know, the father wants to live his dreams through his children. Like Pat Mahomes Sr., what dream do you think he had for his child? He lived his dream, and his child is able to live a great dream. And it didn't matter. He got punk ass arrested, drunk driving. They ain't gonna put him in prison for that. He might not be able to drive, but he got bread where, you know, he can get driven around. So, you know, there's ways to make it, you know. And as I said, it was better for him to get shamed than to get killed. It's better to get that drunk driving on you than them killing you for his success. Because that's, you know, what they do. And it's, you know, and I'll say this, you know, for you people that are pushing the dress kind of thing. I guess if you say, you know, you want to tell these people that wearing the dress, at least you don't get killed. Yeah, I guess I can see that. Because it is better to get shamed than get killed. I guess if the alternative is death, I guess I would tell people, yeah, it's like, so you're telling me the two choices you got is to wear the dress or they're going to kill you. I would say wear the dress then. I don't think anybody has that choice, though. I don't think it's that extreme. Do white girls or we're going to kill you. I guess we're doing white girls or white chicks. White chicks. I guess we're doing white chicks, bro. Get Terry. Terry likes the boy man. And no disrespect, anybody. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. Like I told my wife, she's like, well, if you don't eat in a couple days, you're definitely going to lose weight. And it was just really a joke. But it's like, that's, you don't eat. And she ain't been able to eat, but her stomach's better. And she's slowly getting better. She's kind of got a little bug. But I know to her, but to me, it's like, it's everything ain't serious. Get you thinking about something else. So, and she knows that, I got her. I got her. And, it's like, if your spouse is sick, you still sleep with them. It ain't like you're like wearing a mask and, you still lay there with them, right? Those of you married or you live with some woman or man or whoever you live with, they're sick. You most of the time, you're like, hey, I'm sleeping on the couch tonight. It don't really work like that, do it? You sit there and lay with them. Now, sometimes I get done with here and I slightly edit, and sit down and I get in this corner over here and stretch out. And the room is such a great energy in this room. And I'll fall asleep, I do. And she'll knock on the door. It's like, hey, why you in here? I'm like, oh, just fell asleep. Sorry. I'll come in there. And that energy of laying with someone that you love there's nothing like that. There's really nothing like that. That is like a full circle of energy right there, when you get to lay with your loved ones. And, the power of really having a family, like when your family is laying in the house, when you're with your wife or your loved one and, your children are laying there and you and your wife provided everything that's in that house. That's a powerful feeling. As I said, many times, the big families when I was younger was powerful families. They're like, we're all hustling, it's like these big families, everybody was doing something. And these families always, they had a big family in themselves, but they always had people around the family. It's like my aunt had what, 7, 8? And it was always children there. And not counting their nieces and nephews. So, I fit in. This was my second home. When I was a child, my aunt's house was my second home. The year when I was in 3rd grade, when I lived with my father lived down the street from my aunt. I mean, it was like maybe 2 blocks. And on that 2 blocks, I passed 2 other relatives. Do you understand? I'd leave my house, and on my bicycle, riding to my aunt's, I would pass 2 other relatives' house on that trip. So, what did you say, Banshee? What's happening? Hey, Big Stank, what's happening? Thank you for joining. I'll say black quarterbacks win 2 Super Bowls in a row. Now white guy wins 2 slam contests in a row. Oh, okay. Welcome. Thank you, Banshee Sue. Wow. That's a good point. Grand slams. That's what you're talking about. Okay. Okay. Thank you for joining. Adding that. I didn't catch that. And yeah, that's a lot of the patterns. Definitely. And I hate I didn't take the Pat Mahomes bet because his bet of being MVP was pretty nice. I should have taken that. I don't know. The surprise of them letting them run back. Yeah, I was very surprised. But I saw the same mistakes. I mean, it was the same costly mistakes that San Francisco lost the last time, with Jalopolo. I mean, it was the same replay, almost the same game. And then you don't run, you don't run the best back in the league. You don't run him a lot. So that was another problem that I saw. But we'll see how they do. This hooping baseball just started. The catchers and pitchers, are in spring training, and it's about to kick off full spring training, I think this week or next week. So that's about to start. So baseball will be back up. And up here, it looks like the weather's going to be great. So I didn't make it to any baseball games. I think me and my wife have not been to a basketball game or a baseball game together. But, we're definitely, I'm going to the high school finals again. No doubt about that. I don't know if we're going to get the chance to go to a basketball game again. Oh, who won the fight tonight? Well, I guess I can look it up. Let's look up who won the fight. I didn't see it. My brother-in-law invited me to come over. But who won tonight? So let's see who won tonight. Ivan, let me see. Did y'all catch this? Because my brother-in-law called me, wanted me to come see it, but I wouldn't leave my wife, sick as she is. Scores brutal knockout over Alexander Volkanovski to win featherweight. Okay, this is tonight. Oh, that's later. Let's see. So this must have been the top fight right here. And he whooped his ass. He beat the shit out of him. Damn, I saw him fight before. And he beat him, huh? Oh, shit. Let's see what they say about this. UFC is rigged. Fighters react to Ian's win over Godfrey Neal. Why are they saying it's rigged? Is yet to go after a workman-like over. Gary's performance didn't inspire the crowd, but it inspired 2 of the 3 judges to award him the fight. Why one dissented. Here's what fighters had to say about it. This was the most absurd shit ever witnessed. Fucking fights where they were watching. UFC is rigged. Fuck it. I'll fight Ian before his next fight to make sure he doesn't rob another fighter. Covington is a good call out with interesting to see if Kobe accepts. Every round was super close. Cards are going to be all over the place. I think Neal won. Feels weird that Rogan is so sure to Gary to win. Close fight, but felt Guy won, landed a bit cleaner, more weapons. Am I crazy to think Neal won that? Interesting scorecard. Good job, Ian. Wow. So, guess this was the big fight tonight. Or this is one of the big fights. So, yeah, I didn't watch this shit. I didn't get a chance to watch it. Because I was watching the preliminaries, but this must have been the final. This must have been the final. So, I didn't watch it. If you did, it was, I talked about the box, or did I talk about the boxing match last night? Yeah, I did. No. Oh, yeah, I watched the boxing match. It was a welterweight. It was a pretty good welterweight fight last night. WBC champion was last night. So that was pretty good. Yeah, gold hasn't changed since I came on. So. And yeah, just to continue where I was, as I was saying, that's a great feeling with family, and having your family there and everybody, even when you have family over and people to be able to, come in your spot and relax and feel at home, that's a great feeling as well, So, I love every minute of it. I've able to, I've said this, my whole life, I've had the ability to, really enjoy the moment and seeing the peaks, like going to parties and seeing where the energy is at the highest of a gathering. Like even going to these pro games, you can see where the energy becomes the highest. I've ever to see that from the simplest thing to seeing where the game is, where the most energy was at, where everybody watching it was focused the most. And I know that's what feeds the beast too, but I'm able to notice and see it. And the same thing as smaller gatherings. Like there's a point when you have small gatherings that the energy and everybody are kind of connected. I guess is the point I'm trying to make. It's like everyone, it's like when people get together, there's a point where everyone is really connected. And the sad thing about it is it's like it doesn't last long. Because it goes up, because it's like everybody's together and it just rises where everybody's connecting and then everybody connects and then it kind of goes down. But it does peak to where, and that's the point, no matter how small it is, that's the point where everybody who gathers together should, mend as one. That's the point of gathering or should feel that oneness or togetherness. So yeah, that's the point of it. And that's the height you want to build up when people come to visit you. You want to build up that kind of height. So, yeah. So that's the shit I be on, I be checking out about the world. And it's even events, you can even see in TV where the events are the strongest at a given point, especially like we saw, like even Usher. It was a point where Usher was performing, and one part of his performance was stronger than the rest of it. It's like he pushed out his energy the most in a certain part of his performance, and that's the idea of building it up. You know, you build it up from one point to one point in the transitions, and that 12 minutes of him to shine. You know, and it's funny, you get 15 million for 12 minutes. And he became just as important as the game. And that's what it's turned into. And it wasn't always that. Look at who did the first Super Bowl. Look that shit up. That shit is so funny. If you look at who did there was a group called Dance America or some old corny shit. And they did the first Super Bowl halftime. They did choreography. That's all they did. Some corny European choreography of that. Look at that shit up. The first Super Bowl. And so it didn't really turn into, you know, where they was bringing these heavyweights. And, you know, I love Nelly because Nelly said, what? I am number one. I love that shit. When Nelly told him, I'm number one. That's why me and my guys is on here. What does it take to be number one? I love that when Nelly was up there. And, you know, Mike just stood up there. You know, Mike was a motherfucker. Mike just stood there. The people was going crazy. And let's not forget when Diana Ross came in there and, you know, she got on that helicopter and that shit was still singing her shit, you know. So she quit singing and she's flying back out this motherfucker. And her song is still going. So there's, you know, that's the energy that the sacred game, you know, they use it. They use it, you know, energy that was given to the Americas. And they used it, you know, for the negative. They use the sacred ball game for the negative. And, you know, they make you think that, you know, your career was nothing because you didn't participate in what they do in their debauchery. You dig? It's like a singer that just can always sing, or a rapper that, you know, can just do his own thing. And that's the beautiful thing about big states. You know, Florida and California, you can do pretty well just rapping and they ain't even got to go national. You just do your thing in the local areas and you can hustle little shows and whatever. And you ain't got to fully get into the beast. Shit, you know, when motherfuckers would, like my boy, you know, what was this rhyme? Bitches, they love me. Hoes, they love me. Wait, how'd it go? Bitches love me. Hoes, they love me. That was his little rhyme. And this nigga's made all these CDs. He's giving me all these CDs. I'm like, why ain't you selling this shit? He's like, how do you do it? Like, motherfucker, go stand somewhere and see if motherfuckers will buy that shit. And so he printed up about 50 and he went and sold them to a couple different spots. He's like, damn. But yeah, he wrote that shit. Bitches, they love me. Hoes, they love me. Wish I could remember more. I don't remember more, but that was the hook. And I told him I had a thing where I had two people that was really good, and off of those notes there. Bitches, they love me. Hoes, they love me. I had two other people, and we was gonna shoot the video. One of my people had the equipment already. We was just gonna record the song. We got the studio. Man, it was such a good deal. The studio. Yeah, I think we was gonna be able to record the song for free. I don't quite remember what kind of thing I had going on, but it was like we were gonna be able to record the song and make a affordable video. And we was gonna we was gonna go out to the Mall of America and shoot the video. All you had to do is talk to them and tell them you was shooting the video. That's how. Matter of fact, now you ain't even got to do that because the phones and shit. But back then, you know, if you had big cameras, you had to tell them you was shooting it, and they was cool with it. You know, now with phones, you can just go out there and shoot. But it was like, and he didn't even want to show. He wouldn't show up for the shit because it's like the first shot was at one of the lakes. That's where we was gonna take the first shots, and he didn't come to the lake. And I think he was the hookup for the studio. So we didn't get to record the song. And he just like, I'm sorry, man. It's like, I did all this work for you, really, because this is your song, you know? But, you know, well, he's still my man. He out in California, have a beautiful family, beautiful wife. Remember when he met his wife? I mean, his wife done had 4 children. She still looked like a model. Beautiful wife. I'm joyful for him. And I'm happy for him. And just, you know, we wasn't able to do it together, you know, do the thing. But I thought it had potential. That's all. And, you know, that was okay. That, you know, what I saw wasn't what he saw. So that was okay. that didn't make me, it's just sometime you try things and they just don't work out. You have a vision, and if their vision ain't the same, so yeah. And that, that music thing was never really my lane, but my thing was bringing people together. I could get people together that had common kind of common talents. So, but that was just a chance where I was dating a girl. I was actually dating a girl that was she's in that what video? She's in what is their name? The ones out of Ohio, Bones Thugs and Harmony, where they're all militaried up. She's one of the people in the front. She's in the front. Taller girl, brown skin girl. She's in that video wearing fatigues and shit with a hat on. I should look that shit up. I don't know the name of the song though. Let me see. What was the name of that song? Let me see if I can find that. I wonder if maybe this is it. Let me see if I can find this chick. Nah, it was older than this song. I don't think it's this song. I think I'll have to look at, I think it was, because I think this song was kind of a hit. I don't think it was this one. Let me see. Okay. Oh, this ain't it. Let's see. No, this ain't it. They're wearing fatigues and shit. No, this shit is a video. What is it called? Thuggish Ruggish. No, it ain't that, Marcus. It ain't that one. It ain't that Thuggish Ruggish. It ain't that one. Because in that one, they ain't wearing fatigues. It's where these motherfuckers is all wearing fatigues and shit. They on stage and they wearing fatigues. Right, seeing it. Momoda. No, it ain't. Maybe it's this one. Is it this one? Let's see. This might be it. Let's see if this is it. No, this is too high. I don't think it was this. This is pretty expensive video. The one she was in ain't expensive like this. It ain't this one. If I could teach the world, it ain't this one. They got fatigues and shit on. I don't think, it's not Thuggish Bones. I look at that one. It's not that one. It's one where they got fatigues on and they on stage. This one wasn't a hit. They say Easy E and Bose Fuggs and Harmony fighting in the studio. It's funny. It ain't this one. I ain't seeing it. I'm gonna have to look it up another time because I ain't seeing it. But it's like she was nice. She was real nice. And one of my guys from Kalamazoo, 6'8", ex-hooper, but he was nice too. He's doing his thing. And he got the equipment. It was like, shit, I got the cameras. Let's do it. Oh, the studio. He had the studio. Check this out. I know where the studio came from. Check this out. Yeah, the studio was on the reservation. We had free studio to record the song. We had free studio to record the song because my friend from Kalamazoo was friends with a dude on the reservation that had a studio in his house. Matter of fact, later his some pipes and shit broke in his house that fucked the studio up. But yeah, we had that. I was trying to remember what the studio was. Somebody on the reservation had a studio. So we was going to be able to record the song for free. Because we already had one version of the song. So really, we had one version of the song. So we really needed just to add the other two people's version. And so all the nigga had to do is show up. That's all he had to do is show up. Go with me to the studio, record the song, go to the park, go to the Mall of America, Valley Fair and start making. So it was like everything was set up. He had to pay nothing. That's what's discouraging. It's like, nigga, this is what you've been talking to me about every day. I put something together that might benefit a little bit of all of us, and then the nigga didn't want to show up. So those is the disappointments, you know. You know, person tell you, you know, they want to do it and, you know, want to try something. So those are disappointments. Those are disappointments in life, you know. So I'm gonna see if I can find that chick, because I lost track of her. I was married and, you know, shit, pimping and shit. And, you know, dating her too, you know, all that. So, oh, but she had a great idea. Check this out. She had a great idea, and I don't know if this comes from a movie, but she was saying like, you bought like you had a 3-story club, and you had a club where the DJ had like an elevator. Like that movie where, you know, the people could get food. Remember the movie where the food came from the top and went to the bottom and the bottom got the less? It was like that, but it was like, you know, the DJ would start on one floor, then the DJ could go to the next floor, then the DJ could go to the next floor. You know, that was a cool idea to have like an elevator to move the DJ up and down through the club. I thought that was a clever idea, and she had came up with that. I thought that was clever, though. She said that was kind of one of her dream of having a club, and that would be cool. That would be cool. Now, what was this shit about Kelly Rowland? They said Kelly Rowland ran off of one of the shows and shit. I caught some of that shit. February 18th. Yeah, this month goes fast. The nigga month goes fast. The nigga month goes fast. What time is it? Okay, yeah, I can go another 10 minutes probably. All right, I'm at 2:30. Okay. Hope everybody's vibing with me, you know. And just my point is, you know, we all try things like, you know, little sparks motivate us. And, you know, we try to turn these little sparks into ideas. And sometimes the ideas come through. And then sometimes, you know, because you work with people. And you know, you want to see everybody, you know, do a little bit of, or have a hand in something. Especially our artistic adventures. And again, you know, you say, okay, well, I tried it and it didn't work out. Oh, and they had the outdoor game, the Devils and the Flyers. I believe the Flyers beat them 6-2. They was kicking their ass. And they're playing where the Meadowlands. So let's see. Let's see. What do I want to? 5 places where you can still find gold. I'm going to look at those places. I think I looked at this before. I need to stand up, though. Stretch my back. Whoa. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm still plugged in. I was like, damn, I got up so hard that I pulled the damn thing off. No, I guess I didn't. Guess it's still in here. Okay. Damn, that was hard. Yeah, it's still hearing me. Fuck you can't get any gold in these places. Like, one of the stupidest things they do is, like, they say you can buy pay dirt. You know, like, you can buy pay dirt. You know, you're gonna pay 150 and you might get some granular. You know, you get so little gold that it ain't even worth it. Pay dirt. That's some of the stupidest sounding shit. You know, you can just buy gold. Why would you buy pay dirt? That you might get some gold, but, you know, I think it's a scam. You know, the people that sell pay dirt seem to be a scam. That's what I'll say. And I guess everyone has to figure out, you know, like, what is your ability? What is your skill? Do you know your skill set? Do you know what, you know, what's about you that attracts people? You know, have you figured that out? Like, what is it about you that attracts people? You know, because we are all special, and that's what they and that's like watching TV and shit. They want you to think that the only people that are special is, you know, the people on TV, where we're all special. I mean, that's the good thing, you know, about this. That we can all express ourselves. You know, we can get, you know, the minimum equipment, and we can still express ourselves. And I do think the people that come and listen, and whenever they catch it, because people appear to, you know, still listen to my stuff, and I appreciate that. You know, I see that some, even some of my old stuff, people still listen to, and a lot of the things that, you know, like how much more do I have to put out? You know, when I say I am the holder of the infinite sacred ball game created by the Hero Twins, I live that. So I've put out so much where, I've said before, you know, I've already started a whole side of YouTube that talks about fixed sports. So how much more do I really need to do? I mean, yes, the technology changes. And I play the game of, you know, showing moments in music. But the problem with that is they do truly want to pigeonhole you to one thing. Like my friend down in Atlanta, you know, the waking one, the divine one divineness. Yeah, one divineness. It's the waking one and one divineness. You know, she was like, well, you should have another channel where you just talk about spirituality. And I say, well, you know, I think sports is spiritual. You know, to me, sports are spiritual. So it's like I can blend them all together. But the way this works is they want to pigeonhole me to just talk about sports and show sports things. And I think that just limits the scope of what I am if I'm just forced into doing one thing all the time. I don't think that's really fair to me. And I don't think that's fair to my growth. Because basket manipulation, I mean, how long can I keep showing that? I'm showing the same thing over and over again. So I think people understand by now the missile technology, the magnet technology, the attraction technology that goes into. I mean, we saw it tonight. Like you can see, you know, like I'm gonna tell you, they turn the magnums off. Okay, this is one part that's worth noticing, and I should have showed this. They turned the magnets off for them half-court shots. Did you guys notice that? It took the first group of people 50 seconds to make a half-court shot. And then the Pacers do it, they make it in 20 seconds. Now, do you hear what I'm telling you? When they had the magnets turned off, it took them 50 seconds. These dudes shooting, you know, in 50 seconds, you can shoot probably 10 shots each. If not more. Took them 50 seconds, it took them to make it. The other team took them 20 seconds, which was a clearly manipulated shot. So I've already set something in motion that this can't be stopped. I mean, you will hear them, you know, use the term, I was one of the first to say scripted. You know, that was clearly on my other channel since 14. That is clearly one of my words. You know, fixed is a much older word, but I mostly, one of the words again, one of my spells is scripted. And when you hear them repeating your spell, you like, okay. Because it's spells and counter spells. If you understand how it works. I'm fine. And so, you know, I'd rather come on here and talk about it. And if I want to show a moment, I might. But it's like, I don't know. I think that my maturity and my wisdom is more important than, you know, talking about somebody else's activity. And the fault in the activity and how I disagree with what came and what they presented. And my opinion of how it's fixed and scripted. All right. So there's so much else going on in the world. There's so much more that we can think about and talk about and put our energy in. And, you know, especially an individual and a man, you know. Now, yes, this won't make me as much money on this. which again, I come here time and time again, and this is not a money-making thing for me. This is definitely a type of therapy to get these thoughts out, get these ideas out, get the creative side of me out. And, you got all these ideas in your head and you can't share them. It just, what's the point of it? You can't get somebody to think about things, to point them in, possibly the right direction of their spiritual journey, be it crystals, be it sports, meditation, yoga, whatever you decide that's for you, whatever's in your heart. And like Reverend Ike was one of the greatest pimps ever. Reverend Ike said, what did he tell the dude? Reverend Ike told him, like straight up. He said, you believe in the God in the sky. I believe in the God in me. And that's what it is. I believe in what's great about me, the magic that was given to me. And so that's what I'm going to try to practice daily. My internal magic, my internal God. Not something that's outside of myself. Because hope, really, like even in a life and death situation, hope can give a spark in you. Because a lot of times they try to fool you with hope, but hope is also can activate something in you. Where you affect the timing. And I remember flipping in the car and I was like, I hope this motherfucker land upright when it gets done flipping. And damn if the car didn't. But I remember flipping in the car when I was 17 years old. And I thought, I hope this motherfucker lands upright. I think it'd be better if it stops and we ain't upside down. And sure enough, it flipped right over and did a full 360-degree flip and boom. And in the meantime, I bust my head open. But again, that hope came from me. It didn't come from some God saying, that nigga's flipping in the car. Let's push it one more little over again. No, it was my conscious thought during the effort to put my magic in. And I've talked about before, having to go back and just change a little bit of the event. Because I saw that in my life that it had been changed. Because I saw, who else was affected. Same age. He broke his neck. Same kind of damn accident. This other cat broke his neck. It's like, oh, happened to him instead of me. And that's, the unfortunateness of what's called an exhaust. Because I'll say even one thing I noticed, like, when you put selenite in all the windows, it does stop things from coming in, but also sometimes you have to vent them. You have to move the energies that, again, attachments, people coming over, and you have to push those energies out. So you have to open up, remove somewhere, and you push the energy out one single door. You let everything else in your house hold, and you push it out all in one direction. So, I wanted to give that out there too. And I've said, you buy something and weird stuff starts happening in the house, no matter what it is, throw that shit out. Too often than not, we'll keep that picture up there that bothers us. Like my wife told me, she's like, I see people in them pictures. From day one, it looked like two people in, a couple on each side. I thought that from day one. And so, and we might move this picture and take this one downstairs, that big one. I don't know. We'll see. We're getting closer to moving the room around, kind of the way I kind of want it moved around. So, yeah, that's coming up too. We're going to paint. I don't know if I'm going to paint it here, but I got to relight it. So, that's all to come, what we're looking forward to, especially this summer. just more positive of keep doing what I've been doing. So, and yeah. And short week for those of you that work Monday through Friday, because some of you don't have to work, or it's holiday, you're getting holiday pay. So that's always cool. No mail, remember. My daughter doesn't go to school, so, children have off. My wife has off, so she doesn't go back till Tuesday. So it's lucky that, her little, getting the flu now. Looks like she'll probably be okay by Monday, hopefully. We'll see. But I want to give that little bit of advice of just how energy moves. And how when you set up things, you have to know that, there's sometimes you have to release something from around you. So, and, sage, Palo Santo, those kind of things. I had one lady that was like, you can't move spirits away with those kind of things, and that's not true. Like magnets, it's certain spirits that don't like magnets. That's why I keep magnets near my bed. It's certain shit that just don't like that. I don't know if I want to throw that out there, but yeah, there's things that don't like magnets. That's why magnets really ain't bad to hang around. It's just where do you put them? Because you don't want to put magnets around your junk if you're a man. You just don't want that kind of stuff around your junk all the time. It's not healthy for you. Maybe you can put it up here around your heart or something. I can't figure out where else to put them, but it's not bad, really bad to carry magnets. If you feel in some kind of way where you're going around, that's a good way to ground yourself and keep some stuff off you. But just keep them in a safe place on you, not in your pockets. That's but magnets is a great thing. It repels a lot. A lot of things are repelled by magnets. Well, I think I've, let me see I'm going to go for 9 more minutes. I got to go for 3 hours. I'm going to go for 3 hours, so I'll keep going. I can keep chopping. I'm in a pretty mellow mood, so I'll keep chopping. I'm holding the green stone from New Zealand. Brother Sean down in New Zealand gave me some too. So, like stones used to be soft. Like the mountains. The mountains wasn't always them hard-ass rocks. They was alive. And stones, there's the saying, when stones were soft and alive. And stones like this and stones like sugaites and some of the crystals, they were alive. The older ones were definitely alive. And, when you get into crystals is like tied a lot to Lemuria. You can get, I don't have any anymore. I've given them to people, but there's Lemurian quartz, and they have kind of ribs down the side. And it says that, you kind of rub it in your forefinger, you can tap into some of that. That was the way that Lemuria was able to leave some of their information. And remember, the time of Lemuria is the time where everything could, there was no human words. Every being on this earth was able to communicate with everything. Plants have a consciousness. And if you don't think, plants do, you can see many tests that show you that they do. You can look at the plant when the plant is hearing hard rock music and devil rock music, how the plant reacts. Then you can show the plant when the plant is hearing some beautiful R&B, love music, the plant reacts, wants to go more closer to the music. It's only something with consciousness has that. And I've said many times, I know my cats have consciousness. You can see your cats when they're astral traveling. They sit in a certain way. And I've said many times, the first time they came into me when I was astral traveling, I blasted them. Because, I was like, what the fuck is this? Not realizing it was them. But the way they jumped in, I was like, oh, after I did, I was like, I think those were the cats. And not just last week, my cat's laying on my lap, and we go out and he comes in and he shines like, silver, like a silver cat. So, we both went together. Just him sitting on me was able to vibrate the same. And so, the consciousness thing is out there. And that's first, and again, our hearts have consciousness. Our internal organs have consciousness. That's the thing I like about acupuncture. You know, it's the divinians inside of us. That's one of the few ways that we can talk to inside of us, that we can actually go quantum, go deep enough into these nerves and get these nerves to, tell them that we're trying. And that's, that's the thing with your body, it's like me, I know, alcohol is not great as older you get. So I have to ask the body, I'm going to put more water in it. Forgive me. Please forgive me. And this is knowing yourself, you dig? That you can forgive yourself and just try to be the best version of you can be. I want to tell a joke. And it's not a very funny joke, but, and I'll tell you how it relates to today. It's kind of funny. So I'm sitting, where were we? At first I thought maybe we were playing a game, but I think we were reffing. I was reffing with this guy. And so I'm sitting with this guy and we're just like, we had a break between games or something. And he was like, God damn, look at the titties on that woman. And I'm like, okay. And I don't know if I responded, but like, and after he said that, he said, I can spot big titties a mile away. I was like, God damn. I like, okay, you're kind of weird right now telling me that, but I guess, you the guy that's like around is like, everybody, there's big titties like 2 blocks away. But anyway, that brother just passed. I guess he passed of colon cancer. I think he was a year younger than me, but that's something I remember him by. I remember him saying that shit. That shit was so funny when he said that shit. And I was like, so when I saw that the brother had passed, and we have the same name, his name was Brian too. So Brian Watkins, love to you, brother. Sorry that your trip has ended, but that just what made me think about you. I wanted to say that was kind of funny. There's a lot more I could say, but I'll leave it at that. But I saw that picture and they said that was the first thing I thought about when he said that shit. I was like, okay. And there was some other weird shit about him too but I let him have his moment. No reason to bring up bullshit about somebody y'all don't give a fuck about and don't know about. So no reason to tell other shit, but just that part is all I got to share about him. So sorry that 2024 was the end of your time, brother. But that was something I remember. Like, it's another brother that every time he would see me, we had won the semi-pro morning league. We had won the championship. And every time he would see me after that, he was like, you still killing him, Tobe? Because Toby is my nickname, but it turned into Tobe. And, Eric Hunter. Every time Eric would see me, I would just get, he's just such a cool dude. And he's like, you still killing him, Tobe? So, I remember these things, special things about people that said very kind things to me. You dig? And I know, that means nothing to you, but to me, that was special. And it was like an inside kind of little thing for us, And that's what makes people that you meet special, and that makes you remember them. Because too often we don't remember people. I'm going to tell you, when I went to college and came home, I didn't remember some of my cousins. I had met so many people and forgot about so many people in Michigan. I saw one of my woman cousins and went to introduce her to my future wife. I couldn't even remember her name. She had to say it. I'm saying, I'm sorry, honey. I've met so many people that I'm sorry. Even though I know I've known you all my life, I just right now I'm lunching. And it's like, regardless of how well you knew the person, it's like, what did you remember? What little funny thing? And that's, that's part of just becoming, is your relationships with people and how you looked at people and how you thought about people. And those moments, and it's like the moments that you hang on to. And that's the terrible thing about, you know, the when they want to bring that white in, you know, they want to take away those moments and, you know, especially the recent moments, and they want to, it's white. That's what Alzheimer's, dementia is. They put you in the white zone. And so, you know, Motivite can help. Wearing silver can help. Wearing gold around your neck can help. You ain't just wearing it to be flashy. Gold should be around your neck or in your ears, because it is one of the few metals that will actually help your mental. That's why you wear gold around your neck. I mean, actually, the gold actually operates with, well, you know, silver makes everything operate, but gold, this gold is going to help make this Motivite work in a good way too, because they all work together. And I don't sell Motivite. You know, you got to get that shit yourself. Now, if you're serious, you know, I know places where you'll get real Motivite, and it's too bad if you don't have crystal shops to get real Motivite, because it is becoming rare and rare. You can't mine it anymore. So, but, you know, have good memory strategies. Always keep your keys in the same place. Always keep your wallet in the same place, your glasses, whatever you need to operate so you're never looking for this shit. Now, if you got children, the children take the shit, okay, give yourself a break. But these kind of good habits will help you as you get older. And that's the biggest point of knowing yourself. If you know yourself, you know where you put your shit. And instead of, you know, running around the house, cussing the family out, who's taking my stuff? If you know yourself, you're right. You're right when you tell them somebody moved my stuff, because you know yourself and you know where you leave your things. So, but those are the habits that when you get older, they'll help you, because these are things that you've recently done. And that's what's taken away from you, is what you've recently done. And being able to recently recognize. And, you know, I admit I am on the phone too much, you know, watching stories, reading. You know, it's easy to read on the phone. Sometimes it's not as heavy as a book. Just get caught reading, looking at stories, reading. More so than TV. My allergies. I was scared to light the candles, man. But yeah, it was pretty I have the heat blocked off because, as you see, it's what, 24, so it's fairly cold, but it's not too bad. This room really, I got the heat from downstairs coming up, and, you know, so this room gets kind of toasty, so I have to turn the heat off. It's kind of comfortable now, actually. So feels pretty good. And yeah, I think I'm gonna cut it here. But I just hope everyone, you know, your heart is able to receive love, because to give love, you know, you have to be able to receive it. Love shouldn't be one way. And like, it's funny, my godmother was like, yeah, you get them to love you more than you love them. That's not a whole. That's not a wholeness. That's not the vows I made. You know, the vows you make have nothing to do with your finances either, too. It's like we sharing 100% of each other. That has nothing to do with all that other stuff. It's like us together. How we incorporate. And that's what it should be, you know. Now, if you're a player and you can, you got the energy to, got a lot of people on your team, then there's that does exist. That does exist. And there's a lot more women in the world. And so women tend to agree for that kind of thing. When I was young, I had 3 women for 10 years. Married 2 of them. Would have married the other one. Really would have. I loved her. I really loved her to death. But she took a comfort at the time, and that's where she's at. She's at that comfort. It's like, with Malcolm X, he has the European girl, and she in the book, she's doing everything for him. And then after they get in trouble, she has to go back to her safe person, comfort person. And they show her, with Bob. And that's where my oldest daughter's mom is. She's with her Bob. Well, I guess his name ain't Bob. His name is brother, so his name is something else. And she's comfortable. They're comfortable together. God bless you. I couldn't have achieved my greatness with her. I couldn't have lived the greatness that I am now with her. The journey wouldn't have taken me right here in this holy land that is the Lakotas. It's a magical land, no doubt. And I am in the perfect place for me, in the perfect moment. And everything I have is all I need. I don't want. All I need is your attention. I don't need any of your money. I mean, when you donate, I appreciate it, but I don't come on here asking you to like, share. I don't ask for none of that because that's not what I need. I don't need to be it's better to me to really be seen by just a little few people. That's cool too. That is really cool too. Because my message ain't for everybody. So, the amount of people, the message I put out, that's how tight the message stays. There's not a lot of eyes on my message. So when you get it, it's stronger because it's not torn apart by a lot of different thoughts. It's limited thoughts about it. So you're getting the information, freer compared to a person that's thousands of minds on it. And it hits both ways. It can be positive and it can be negative, but it hits both ways. And finally, man, I really like this hat. This is a Kango wool hawker. These motherfuckers $35 for this color. I had to jump on it. You can get Kangos under $50. This is a good deal. The more I wear this motherfucker, the more I like it. It's different than the 504s. So this is another Kango hat. I just got this the other day and it was only $35. Free shipping, just $35. Yeah, I'm all on it. So I like this color though. This will go with a lot. I wore this with that sable mink coat of mine. It's like, walked in, one lady like, wow, I really like that coat. I'm like, well, thank you, honey. But yeah, I like these type of hats too. I love baseball hats, but there's more hats than baseball hats. You dig? So yeah, this is the Hawker in mahogany. I think this is mahogany. So thank you for coming. There go 3 hours. Yeah. I can't do no more. I can't do no more. Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm going to call it. Thank you. I appreciate you coming whenever you see it.